say what's wrong or right.
Hey. We got HQ in the house, HQ in the house. And we got another Kevin Samuels joint. You got another Kevin Samuels joint. I mean, he got all kinds of content. All kinds of content. I'm just going through it and just randomly picking a subject. This is the Kevin Samuels. What is this show about? This show is about she make 50,000, but she need me to make 500,000. Off the bat, I think that's crazy, right? Of course it's crazy. She makes 50K, but I gotta make 500K. This is the show that I found, right? How is it that the women have the audacity to call up and ask for this particular thing? I gotta make X, Y, and Z. See, I think it is a delusion. It is a delusion, ladies and gentlemen. It is. He has to make more money than I do. It's not a delusion that they have to make more money. It's a delusion as to how much money. When you know and you factor in the fact that most Black American men make around 60 G's. Okay. They make around 60 G's. So it's a delusion for a female to be asking for over 100K. And if it's two of y'all, you can make 100K together. But you don't ask a man right off the bat to make 500K. First of all, you doing a lot of dick sucking. Excuse my French. You doing a lot for 500K. I would never expect not to do everything for 500K. Let's be clear. Somebody who's making 500K because you're asking that man to make 500K. Somebody who's making that kind of money. Hey, Tangialism. Anybody that's making that kind of money, they got a maid, they got a person drive their car, they got a person to cook the food, they got all that already. So you're not worried about all of that. You have to do several things. And Kevin is going to get into those things that you have to do to qualify for 500K. But we have a young, beautiful woman who comes up here and thinks that's all she got to do is look good. And sometimes that's all you have to do. But you also have to have a brain. You also have to have some kind of logic. You also have to have some kind of talking, some communication, some way to implement or put yourself into their life and not be a hindrance. They want you to be educated. A man like that off the bat who makes that kind of money, you're going to have some kind of education. You're going to be smart in some way. Not street smart. You're going to have to be business smart, something. No, it's not doing a lot of dick sucking, but you're going to have to do some dick sucking. Let's be real. Okay? This is dumb. This show, I was like, no way nobody called in and asked for 500K. But we finna get into it and see what he said. What does he say about this 500K? If I agree with him or not. Right off the bat, I agree with him. But the reasons for it. Reasons for it.
Is your price too high?
No, I don't feel like it's too high at all.
Okay. What do you want?
I feel like I watch you and I listen to everything that you say. And I mean, I want a man that's definitely going to be able to pay the bills, like take care of me. But I still want to be able to have the option to work and do like my career, have a career and still have kids.
How many children do you want?
2.
Okay. So you want it all?
Yeah.
Where do you live?
I'm in North Georgia, like Gwinnett.
Okay. Well, are you currently seeing somebody right now that can pay your bills?
Nope, not at the moment.
When was the last relationship you had?
My last relationship was about 3 years ago. I was with him for 6 years.
And why didn't you guys get married for 6 years?
I met him in college, and that was my first boyfriend. And so, yeah, I think we just went through a lot. And by the time we got to the end where we could possibly make something work, it just did not work.
Okay, how much money is a man going to need to make to be able to pay all the bills for a family of 4 in Atlanta?
Probably well over 400K.
Do you care if he's black or not?
No.
Yeah, but he will. The more money men tend to make, the more racially loyal they tend to be.
Okay.
What percentage of men in this country make $400,000 or more?
Oof, probably like.
She froze on me.
Oh.
See, I think that's where the first delusion comes from. I think Kevin knew that. Kevin knew that it was the first delusion because most people don't know what people make. They don't know what people make. They don't know how much money is out there. And they don't know how much it takes to do what they got to do. Okay? They don't know. So you have to assume that it is a small portion of people that make that kind of money. And then you also have to assume that you have to get lucky enough to be in the room with these people who you want. And he said you have to be race, the more money they make, get race loyal. They do. Meaning black men will marry white women, but white men will not marry black women. The more money they make, they will go strictly down the lines of race, which is what he's saying. Okay. Black men may date out when they make money, but white men don't date out when they make money. It is what it is. So she got to concern herself with a black man. Who froze? Oh, okay.
What percentage of men in this country make over $400,000?
I would say maybe 2 to 4%. Probably not a lot.
1.
Okay.
1%. So let's go back to what you said. I feel, which is kryptonite. Men don't care about what you feel. We think, act, and do.
That means nothing. That means absolutely nothing. Because you understand what you want. Men understand what they want. They understand the woman that they want. Hopefully you guys are hitting the like button. It's just not coming in. We need the engagement of the like button. Please and thank you. Great. You do objective view. You're logical and all that good stuff. It doesn't mean anything. Logic goes out the window when it comes to relationships. Logic is out the window. Because most of you are crash and burn for OnlyFans chick if she looks at you. So I'm not worried about what you think logically or anything else. You have to get down on the level of the a man has to get down on the level of the female. To a certain extent, I get how Kevin was logical. I get how he came to that. But that's not how it works when it comes to men. Because you guys got traitors in your midst. You got plenty of traitors. He's right. His overall premise of this is correct. She's asking for something beyond her control. She's asking for something that she may not qualify for. Look at the hair. Look at the thought process. All that good stuff. I want to be able to do X, Y, and Z. I want to be able to do X, Y, and Z. Well, what does the man want? Let's see.
You want it all. At 28 years old, with no men in the pipeline, and you want a top 1% man. What does a man who making the kind of money you're talking about making, what do those men typically want from a woman?
Youth, beauty. That's probably it. I wouldn't say submission.
Is that the T?
Well, seeing as how most of the men in this country and most of the men in most countries who make that kind of money have educated wives, have wives who have had careers, wives who have traveled the world, wives who understand what goes on in business. I would posit to say you'd have to have a little bit more education than what you have. Okay? Because it's not all about looks. It's not all about being able to have children. It's not all about being able to cook and clean. Mm-hmm. Because he has enough money where he doesn't have to worry about you cooking and cleaning. No man that makes this kind of money is worried about somebody cooking and cleaning. No man that makes this kind of money is. Because he can afford to do whatever he's talking about. He can afford to get somebody to cook and clean for him. If you get involved with this type of man, you're a trophy. That is what you are. Whenever we walk into a room, you and I'm the man, and you and I walk into a room, I need you to be beautiful. I need you to be able to talk. I need you to be able to articulate thoughts and ideas. And I mean at the drop of a dime. No, it's not. Men who make that kind of money, it's not about looks. It's not all about looks. You got to look good and you got to be smart. You got to look good, smart, smell good, be able to talk at the drop of a dime, have ideas in your head. No man is coming home to a Barbie doll who makes that kind of money. Just doesn't happen. Coming home to a Barbie doll. He can sleep. He's going to sleep with toys. But he's not going to come home to a Barbie doll. No man that makes this kind of money is.
TV or something?
Yeah, probably is a TV.
No, the number one thing that men like that tend to want is cooperation.
Explain yourself, Yaya. I have no idea what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
And a man who's making $400,000 a year, at what age do you think men make that legally?
Well over 35.
Well over 35. Men hit that financial stride between 45 and 55. Are you prepared to marry a man that's 45 years old or older?
No.
See, which proves my theory that younger women that age are not looking for a man that's 45, 50 years old to marry. She's not. When you're this age, you're building with a man. You're building with him. No woman this age is looking for a man that's 45, 50 years old. They're just not. It is what it is. She's not looking for that. Unless she's looking to be taken care of and for her to come up with a... Hopefully you guys are hitting the like button. Please hit the like button and share. Please hit the like button and share. This is just my take on the Kevin Samuels thing. I agree with him so far. I just don't agree with the fact that he's just looking for a bubblehead female. He's not looking for a bubblehead female. Rich men don't look for bubblehead females. They look at looks and then they find out whether you got a brain, whether you can have a conversation, whether you're articulate, whether you're well-mannered, well-received, cultured. Okay, he just doesn't take a gorgeous woman. It never is a rich man who takes just a gorgeous woman. Right now, I'm right along with Kevin.
Oh, you're a delusional black woman. You don't have any of this in your life. You don't have it in the pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
And not only do you want a man who's in the top 1%, you want him to be closer to your age, and then you want him to want what you want him to want.
Right. And that's the delusion right there.
So, if this was just a math problem, it seems to me that you don't know these men.
Well, I feel like I date men that are ambitious, maybe more so in my age, and then I've started to recently date a lot older men.
But you skip past the question. You don't know these men.
Right.
No, I don't know those men that make $500K. No.
Right.
You don't even know what they typically want. They typically want a traditional wife, which means.
Well, this is where we would differ. Because if you take all of the CEOs and the rich men in this world, their wives are not just at home. They're not at home doing the cooking and cleaning. They're not doing that. If the only way he has a bubblehead wife, no, the only way he has a plain looking wife is if he met her before he really, really became famous. Once he becomes famous, he picks a female, but she ain't cooking and cleaning. She ain't doing none of that traditional shit. She got a nanny. She got a cook. She got a fitness instructor. She got all the things that her heart desires. Okay. But on top of that, she knows how to talk. She's articulate. She knows how to go into company, and she knows how to make drinks. She knows how to do all of these things. Okay. It's on the short feed, not a regular video format. I don't understand what you mean by
career. Let's do respect. Why do you need it if you're not paying any bills?
What the hell does that mean?
I mean, I still want my own sense of like being of who I am.
Buy a dog. See, careers are for outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
So you want it to look like I got my own sense. Your sense can be to be a wife to a productive, competitive, successful man and a successful mother to 2 children. Why is that not enough?
Yes, you can like this video. You should be able to like this video. What do you mean? Not his video. You have to like my video, not his video. You should be able to like my video. Okay. She's still the manager of the house. You're correct. She is the manager of the household. She's also the hostess. She's also his companion when he walks out the door, which means she has to have a brain, which means she needs to think. She needs to react. She needs to be quick on her feet. She cannot be a bubblehead. You can pick a beautiful woman, but she can't be a bubblehead. She has to know what to do, when to do, how to do. Okay?
Why can I not have my career and have my kids and my
Because
husband?
you're not qualified.
What makes me unqualified?
You don't know these men. You don't even know what they want. They don't want what you want traditionally.
Mm-hmm.
You can want it, but this is where it comes right down to what makes you not qualified. When I talk to these men, they don't want modern women. Again, you want your husband to be making $400,000+.
See, I can't dispute what he's saying. I can't dispute who he talked to. I'm right along with him, except he's wrong in the regards of he just wants you to be at home to cook, clean, and tradition. That's not what rich men in this world get. They can say whatever they like. It's the same thing with women. Women say they want smart, goofy, this, that, and the third, and then all of a sudden they go for nug. Same thing with men. You say you want tradition, but look at Jeff Bezos. He picked the OnlyFans chick. Look like OnlyFans. The look, but I bet you that chick that's the OnlyFans chick knows how to order drinks, know how to make drinks, know how to order a household, keep a household together, act when she goes out in public, what to wear, how to wear, what dress, what purse, all of those things you need to know. You can't just be a bubblehead. Looks is great. And not all of those men pick women for looks. They pick women because they're strategically thinking what that person can bring to their household. And looks are not the number one thing. If she comes in a gorgeous package, hey. But if she don't, we'll work with it.
Who's going to raise your children what is your career?
Plenty. I talk to them every day through work. I have a meeting every day with CEOs.
Media correspondent.
Okay. So when you are off on site, where are the children going to be?
Daycare.
So somebody else is going to be raising his legacy.
Mm.
No. Then he might as well marry the nanny.
Mm.
Please make sure you like and subscribe.
See, this is this modern power couple. No. Men don't work 70, 80, 100 hours for 20 plus years to go marry a woman to just carry their children.
Yeah, but I get what he's saying, but that's a normal, everyday, average guy. That's not a CEO. That's not a CEO. That's not a rich guy. A rich man has enough money to hire a cook, a cleaner, a nanny, because he has things he has to do. He has to attend this party, attend that conference, attend that place, get on a plane, all of those things. She's managing a household. She's managing the maid, the cleaner, the gardener. She's managing those people. She's not doing those things. So she has to be a smart person, a person that knows how to think on their feet, get something done, make sure this is done, make sure the flights are canceled, make sure the flights are done. She needs to be able to do all of those things. So she has to be a smart woman. He's not a cooker or a cleaner. A rich man is not looking for a woman who cooks and cleans. He's just not.
To allow a stranger to raise them.
Right.
So
So
your mother
are
and father
saying,
married? Are your mother and father married?
yes, they are.
Okay. Was your father the majority breadwinner?
Mm-hmm.
What did your mother do?
She does admin stuff, but my mom they're both from Jamaica, so
Hit the
coming
like
over
button,
here,
please.
she
Hit the
used to
like
do
button in the door, please.
Coventry Healthcare.
Thank you.
So she used to
Like
do
button.
clerical stuff for them.
Okay, but your mother worked outside the house?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you have much respect for housewives?
I do. It's a full-time job. I have close friends that are doing that.
Okay.
In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right.
I went all the way back and I didn't mean
Which
it.
means your career, let's do respect. Why do you need it if you're not paying any bills?
I mean, I still want my own sense of like being of who I am.
Buy a dog. See, careers
Did I touch?
are for outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
So you want it to look like, I got my own sense. Your sense can be to be a wife to a productive, competitive, successful man and a successful mother to 2 children. Why is that not enough?
Why can I not have my career and have my kids and my
Because
husband?
you're not qualified.
What makes me unqualified?
You don't know these men. You don't even know what they want.
Wait a minute, did I go? Wait a minute, hold on.
Coventry Healthcare. So she used to do clerical stuff for them.
Okay, there we go.
But
Okay.
your mother worked outside the house?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I mean, this is that's the only thing we have to separate. Rich men, that's a different story. Regular, ordinary, everyday men, he's talking about a regular, ordinary, everyday man. He's not talking about rich men. Rich men don't require women to cook, clean, and do all of that. They need to be managers. They need to be able to manage things. Keep a record of monies, credit cards, maids, yard people. They need to be able to manage those things. He's not a rich man is not asking a woman to cook and clean unless it's in the middle of the night and I want something to eat. Other than that, you're not doing that. You have enough money to take care of that kind of thing. Okay. So she's a regular woman asking for an above average man. Oh no, I'm not wrong. Not at all. Not at all, Black America. Not at all. Okay. You're wrong. You might ask for this. I don't know what kind of stupid bullshit you miss, but y'all got he's talking about a rich man and what a rich man is asking for. A rich man who makes $500K, what she's asking for, she can't afford to go have her own career unless it's related to what he's doing. Okay? Because they will. Because they have enough money to do that. They have, wait a minute, maybe y'all don't know what rich people do. Rich people don't have time to be at home with their feet up on the couch. Rich people work 10, 15, 20 hours a day. She has to manage a household. She has to manage a big house. She has to manage children, a house. She's not doing all that by herself. No woman is doing that by herself, and that man makes that kind of money. He just gonna be going off on trips and shit all on his own. She can't go with him. How she gonna go with him and she got a job? Who's gonna watch the kids? The kids ain't gonna take the trip with him. Who's gonna watch the kids while they gone? Of course he has to hire a nanny. Rich people don't live like poor people do.
Do you have much respect for housewives?
I do. It's a full-time job. I have close friends that are doing that.
Okay, but the kind of men you're talking about would want a housewife more often than not.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're honest,
yes,
what is the level at the end of your career, where would you like it to be?
My goal right now is to,
because the minute she say I need a chef, I need a maid, and X, Y, and Z, he ain't even gonna ask her about what shit. What do you mean? He ain't even gonna ask her about that. He gonna say, then you need to get some help. If you can't do it, then we need to you can't do it. I didn't hire you to do that. I hired you to X, Y, and Z to be on my arm. They don't get wives to be cooking and cleaning.
be like a genie mind. I want to be a personality that people come and listen to my opinions.
The genie mind on talk shows?
Yes.
Yep.
Do you know about how her first marriage turned out?
Where the hell does that happen?
I do.
Is she talking anything like you now?
Not now, no.
Exactly.
No.
Because it doesn't work.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. But she's still able to have a relationship and be a media correspondent.
Ma'am, she's talking nothing like you're talking now.
Mm.
Nothing. See,
and you notice that when she said she didn't want to have a baby, that Jenny Ma, right? Huh. I bet she had a baby. Didn't she have a baby? She sure did. She had a baby. Okay. So this talk show and all this other stuff, look, they're not the rich CEO type people. Jeezy and Jenny Ma is a couple steps above the project. They ain't, that ain't CEO money. That ain't old money. You're asking for somebody who makes old money. You need to see, she don't even know what she's asking for. You're asking for somebody that makes $500K. How many people make $500K in this world? Not too many. And those people don't look for a wife to say, I need you to be at home cooking and cleaning. He already got a maid. He already got somebody that's cleaning his house. He got people to cook and get the yard did. X, Y, and Z. He just wants somebody to have his babies. Look good, be smart, be able to talk when they get into a room, be able to look good when we walk into the room. All that. He ain't looking for her to cook no dinner. That's not her job as a rich man's wife that makes that kind of money.
Your priority, and you're free to choose it, is your
Jeezy is a multimillionaire, but he still got that ghetto mindset, mind frame.
Your media is going to be more important than your man and your family.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know any men who actually have made themselves the kind of men you're talking about, who are not going, they're number one. Their purpose is number two. You're number three. You're looking, basically, you look, the kind of man you're looking for would drive you up a wall. A beta male would allow a woman to be on top or be equal, and he's making all that money. I think you may have kind of figured what I was going to say.
Yeah.
But what makes you special? Where you can get this?
Well, I've listened to a lot of your things that you say, and you say that these men look for women that are attractive, take care of themselves, and are submissive. And I feel like I do hold a lot of those characteristics.
Yeah, but a man like that is looking for somebody who is intelligent, adaptable, supportive, change on a dime. The CEO, those people who make that kind of money, their lives is unpredictable. You just can't be. They're not looking for that kind of woman. They're looking for a woman who can walk into a room and do X, Y, and Z. He's not looking for a maid. Okay? And Chris Brown make way more money than Jeezy, and Chris Brown is a degenerate. Stop it. So is Future. Stop it.
Okay, there are thousands of you.
Right.
So you're attractive, granted. Take care of yourself, granted.
Mm-hmm.
But there are also women who were raised to be first ladies, wives, not wanting to challenge. You want equality.
Mm.
You want your own identity. Then go work for then marry, then your man is the institution.
Mm.
Because you got to understand, if you had let's say you and I were married, and I'm making millions,
right?
And you're making what?
I would assume Just as close to that.
No. Media correspondence for whom?
Depends on where I land.
Right. For every Jeannie Mai, come on. Most of the journalists that I knew in school, they had to work free internships.
See, it's a whole nother, there's new money and then there's old money. There's new money and then there's old money. Okay? You have to understand where you fall in the old money and the new money. Okay? She's talking 500K may be somewhat on the cusp. That's old money. That's new money, but the new money people don't act like the old money people. Okay, which one do you want? You want to be a baller, a rapper's wife? You want to do all that? Do them women, when you see them on TV, the rappers and the ballers and the basketball player, do they look like they cooking and cleaning every day? Do they look like they got them women because they can cook and clean? No, they don't. They didn't get them women for cooking and cleaning. Okay. When he talks about cooking and cleaning, he's talking about poor folk, regular, everyday, average folk. Rich men are not looking for women who can cook and clean. That's not how that goes. You don't never see no rich person on TV talking, oh, I had to cook my husband some dinner. It's every once in a while that you might hear her cook. But 9 times out of 10, she ain't cooking. She better know how to order a mean motherfucking pizza. That's for goddamn sure. Okay? They don't do that. They are not built the same for poor, regular, normal, average day folks like us. They just ain't. Rich men do different things. And they require different things from different women. And looks might be a part of it, but looks is definitely not the number one factor.
Journalists are some of the brokest people in the world.
Oh, I know.
So that's not cap.
Okay.
You're talking about trying to be in the top 1/10 of the 1%. Mm-hmm. Most journalists is broke as French toast.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So earning what? Before your big break.
Yes, glorious love. He wants her to be able to walk around the room and talk to every person and know how to talk articulately and know how to convey his ideas. He didn't get her to cook and clean. I got the credit card. She better be able to make sure that the yard is kept. She better make sure the bills are paid. She better make sure my bed is made every morning when I come home from work. She better make sure I have X, Y, and Z. That's all she's required to do, and be beautiful and be articulate and be able to add and complement his life. She ain't there to cook and clean. Ain't no man that's rich looking for no cooker and no cleaner. He can get somebody to do that.
Before my big break, I would say probably 50.
50. Baby girl, that's the kind of man 50 to a man that's making 400. Mm-hmm. That's just over 10% of what he's making. Mm-hmm. It will cost more to hire the nannies. New child infant care is $2,000 a month. Mm-hmm. So if you had a 1 and a 3-year-old, you're looking at $3,000.
So my question, Kevin, though, is because
he's looking for somebody who knows how to volunteer money, who knows how to volunteer her time, who knows how to get off when the kids come from school, who knows how to do X, Y, and Z. He's looking for that type person. Okay? He's not looking for you. You want a career. You want to do all those things. And the career probably has nothing to do with him. Only the new money folks deal with the career and deal with the wife that go out and work and she do something in X, Y, and Z. Not the real money. The real money, no. It's standard operating procedure that you gonna manage the household and you're gonna be the hostess. When I bring people home to visit, you're gonna entertain X, Y, and Z.
I've had a fork in the road where I either need to pick my career or pick whether I want to be a housewife.
Great.
So it's getting into the rooms of being into the face of the men that I want to be in front of.
Uh-huh.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how to.
Y'all make sure y'all hitting the like button, please and thank you. Please and thank. Oh no, there's plenty of rich work, but that's new money, Ty. That's not old money. You do different things for different levels of money. You do different things for different levels of money. Old money, you have to be referred into that old money. They just don't take outsiders into that old money. New money, they have this newfangled wife can work, but only X, Y, and Z. But she damn sure ain't cooking and she damn sure ain't cleaning because she can hire somebody to do those things. It depends on what level you're looking at. Old money, new money, rappers, CEO, those are different levels, okay? She's looking for a rapper or a baller. She ain't looking for the old money people. The old money people, you got to be hanging out with them for a long time before they give you money, before they give you a shot.
Kind of articulate what I'm trying to say, but it's more so like I've been in front of men that make a lot of money, and I feel like I could still do both at the same time.
Well, that's what you
feel.
I
have kids.
That's what you feel. And see, and I'm gonna just be dead honest with you. The leverage is on this side,
right?
Not yours. Both men will date you. Both men will sleep with you. Only neither will marry you. That's just what it comes down to. Neither will marry you. So what it is,
not talking the way she's talking, not talking the way she's talking. Okay. But the thing is, you have to do more than just look pretty in order to get into these circles. He said neither. she ain't an ugly woman. She's actually a beautiful woman. She need to do something with that hair for you to appeal to different audiences, to appeal for different men. You got to do something with the hair. I got to give you that criticism. But the look is not bad. Just do something with the hair. Okay? And get that I gotta be a reporter off your mind if you're trying to marry a man with rich money. A man with rich money is not gonna deal with you in that you flying off to make a news report, you flying off to cover the White House. Rich man ain't gonna deal with that.
Is what we haven't got to. You're coming from a place of you're projecting fear, scarcity, and lack. That's why you need to have your career and everything else, because what if my marriage doesn't work? What if this? What if that? What if I get lost doing all sorts of stuff? So really, a man at this level would just be hiring you for your DNA.
Yeah.
He'd be hiring you to impregnate you, for you to carry the child, to make the child, and then someone else will go raise that child.
Your best bet, people, I mean, this is where we would differ. Well, I get his advice. I get what he's saying. Hey, kudos for it. Okay. But here's the thing. Depending on the level in which you want to go, if you want to go for old money, you got to be in those circles. And you got to be in those circles for a minute. Rich people just don't take an outsider and then marry an outsider. New money will take you into those circles, and you can be flashy in those circles and be doing your own thing and look good. And maybe they will take you. Okay. But you're not going to get above X, Y, and Z. You're not going to get on a Jay-Z level. You just ain't. Because he got Beyonce. He got a Beyonce. He know what he can get. He know the pinnacle of what he can get. You might catch somebody like T.I., but you ain't going to catch you ain't gonna catch no Jay-Z.
While you're off being a media correspondent for
yeah, it's definitely more new money out there, and it's possible. But I'm telling you, somebody at $500K not looking for a wife to cook and clean. He has enough money where he don't have to worry about that. That cooking and cleaning is dead unless you poor. If you're regular, ordinary, under 100K, then yeah, you can look for a woman who cooks and cleans. But over 100K or like 500K, like she asking, they ain't worried about that. You got to have a brain on your dome.
Fulfilling your purpose and dream. That's not what these men typically want. But let's be honest. Do you really think that, are you really coming from a place where you think your marriage is going to?
Because y'all fuck anything, Ty Pro. That's the bottom line. Y'all fuck anything. Taking them home is a different story. Fucking them, completely open.
Last for 40, 50 years?
Yeah, I truly do.
Okay, then why would you want someone else to raise your children?
I think I've seen my mom do both. So I'm assuming that I can also accomplish that.
How many children does your mom have?
Just me.
There we
He said that rich men don't want nobody raising his kid. Rich men deal with nannies all the time. A rich man deals with nannies all the time. So he don't care whether she raises them or not. Long as she's there to guide it along. Long as that maid or that nanny, long as that nanny is following the rules of the house and the organization that woman puts forth. I tell you to raise the kids like this. I tell you to teach the kids how to speak a different language. I need you to teach the kids how to read Braille. I need you to teach the kids sign language. As long as that nanny is doing the things that need to be done with those kids, that man don't care whether a nanny helps raise his kids or not. He got too much things to worry about. His life is chaotic. He ain't worried about what's going on there as long as it's in line with what he wants his kids to fulfill. Mm-hmm. Most rich people do. Rich. We said rich. We're not talking about new money. We're talking about old money.
Here we go. Ding, 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 ding. Only child syndrome.
I bet you that won't.
No, baby girl.
Okay.
No. You're an attractive woman. But that ain't enough. I mean, and what you're telling me, ma'am, if I put you in a room with these men, you fast realize how out of.
You gotta tell me how I'm crazy. I talk to these people every day. I conduct meetings with these people every morning. Talk to people every morning. What do you mean? I'm not crazy. I get exactly what they like and what they need and whys.
That was your competition. You really are. Just by the femininity these ladies exude. Mm-hmm. Their willingness to be the first lady. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Versus you would more likely be over in a conversation with the men wanting to exchange opinions. Yeah, that would make great sex. But no, thank you. So you have to ask yourself a question. If that's most important to you, then you're talking about a completely different kind of man. Mm-hmm. You're talking about a man who's making closer to $50,000, $70,000 a year, if you're fortunate. Mm-hmm.
Explain that comment, Glorious Love. It's kind of weird.
Could you respect the man making that kind of money? But you're also talking about a quality of life to where you making 50, he's making 70. Y'all not living in Buckhead. You're not driving.
Ain't no woman that got a man that's got a lot of money, $500K, popping out kids and cooking and cleaning. Stop it, Ty. Ain't no woman doing that. And ain't no rich woman popping out that many goddamn babies anyway. They have a schedule that they keep to. Ain't no way they having them babies.
BMW, you driving Honda Civics. Michael, you're not going to Hermes and Dior. Don't be going over shops in Buckhead. Yeah. Every now and then, y'all may be able to go to Papa though on your anniversary or something.
Right.
Can you really live that life?
I don't think so.
Exactly. I'm looking at you now. So the thing is, man, I feel so sorry for so many of our young sisters because you.
And didn't that what's his name that weirdo that was her husband? Didn't he come out and say Cardi B didn't cook nor clean? Ain't that what he said? Black America, she didn't cook nor clean.
You all want this inflated lifestyle, and that's fine to want it. But the kind of man you would want to date a man that's 45. But then who else is going to make the money? An athlete, entertainer, or a musician, or a D-boy? What this shows more than anything else is.
What's a D-boy? What's a D-boy?
Men and women that focus so much on who they are And the world has let you guys do this on what you want, to where you've had to focus nothing on who the men actually are.
Y'all gotta look at the captain. Y'all gotta look at the bullshit that they be pulling. You know damn well Cardi B ain't cooking with them fucking nails. Come on now. She lied. She cooked and cleaned. Yeah, she cooked. Well, why the hell he come on there and say she wasn't cooking and cleaning? Why he said she wasn't cooking and cleaning? Come on now. Which one of them was lying?
Men actually want. So you don't mean to, but you're really dissing a whole group of men by pedestalizing this group of men, but you're not even giving these men what they want.
Right.
On camera, right.
And sadly, so many of our sisters are stuck in this position because of the ego and the pride that comes along with what you're talking about. It's not as though, yes, there are women who can do both, but Jenny Mai has no children.
Yeah.
And her first marriage failed miserably because she was didn't want kids, and he did. He went off and got married and had kids.
Don't be a hater, Ty. You know good and well I'm telling the truth. Don't be a hater. You got to get in this chat and start clapping. You don't know what you're saying is not true. You know, look, a rich man does not automatically require a woman to cook and clean. Stop it. What matters most to them is emotional intelligence, them goals being shared, compatibility, mutual respect. He don't expect traditional domestic duties. Okay? He can get somebody to do that. Okay? He can get somebody to do that. Okay? Their life is chaotic. And it depends on the man too. In today's modern world, most wealthy men do not require a woman to cook and clean. They can hire professionals, housekeepers, assistants, all of that. It's more about being a companion and having emotional support and sharing the values and sharing his vision. It has nothing to do with cooking and cleaning. Okay? Poor man, that's a poor man thought. Poor men think cook and clean. Rich men don't think cook and clean. They just don't.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then complicate this with being an only child kind of thing.
Mm.
A lot of moving parts there, man. A lot of moving parts.
Okay.
I think you need to take some real time to figure out really what you need, not what you want. Okay. What you want may be one thing, but what do you need? Because if your family are from Jamaica,
because that's what regular ordinary men require. Regular ordinary men, that's their standard. That's what they think. That's what they think a woman is. A woman is a cooker and a cleaner. That's what most men think. That's what women have picked up on from the men. I cook, I clean, all that. And most men fall for that, like, oh, she cooks, she clean. Okay, she must be a good woman. Not necessarily. Okay, that's the main reason why they say it. Okay, all men, HQ, no. Rich men, no. All regular, everyday, average men. Okay, then the 1% don't, but all the poor regular men, yeah, they do. I will concede that. Poor regular men that make under 100K, yeah, you require that. But men that make 500K, like she asked for 500K, no, they don't require a woman to be cooking and cleaning. They got other things that she has to do.
I mean, it ain't like you grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth. So why are you so bougie now?
You just, as I've gotten older, I've learned to spoil myself. So.
On whose money?
My own money.
Making $50,000 a year?
I mean, so during the day, I still work in real estate. And then, of course, as a media correspondent, I have to pick up my gigs on the weekends.
Okay. But it still nets to a certain amount of money.
Right.
How you spoiling yourself?
About Triple came up here last night. What other platform are you talking about? Triple was able to come up here. I don't understand what you mean. Go to what platform? This is the regular platform. This is StreamYard. This is the regular platform. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean.
Without the money. I'm going to spoil myself. Does that mean? you roll up in the Cartier, and
just because he said it don't mean it's true, Ty Pro. You need to start critically thinking past what he said. What he said was rich people require you to cook and clean. They say you streaming, can't click link.
it is what it is.
I don't know. Triple came up here last night. Triple and the Phases dude came up here. They said you got to take the link and you got to do something with the link. You got to type the link in. You can't just click it. You got to type it in or something like that.
Yes. Can you do that?
It can't just
at 28 on your income?
No.
I don't know. It's something
then
else.
You can't spoil yourself, baby girl. But see, the confidence in which so many of you young professional sisters talk is like, well, this is just like.
I am in you.
I mean, it's almost like you're coming off as
hold on. Let me try.
I don't want to use the word an imposter.
I never did that. Hold on. Let me see.
I mean, I don't want to get too deep into how much you make, but with 28, a media correspondent, you make, I would assume you between 40 and 75, and that's being generous. And that's with all your gigs and everything else.
Right.
That's a nice apartment and a car note. Let's be able to go to La Billa Bouquet every now and then, but really, men that you date will probably pick up the slack. But that's fine. They're going to want something for that.
Okay, I went in the stream.
So
I went in.
I
went back to you. I went back to YouTube and I dropped it in the YouTube, in the backward back chat back thing. Anybody try it and see if it worked? Cause I don't know. I don't know how to freaking do that. Cause what's the name? Triple did it last night. Triple and Phase guy came up here last night and they did something with it themselves. I'm just saying, how does anybody know how to use that link? I thought it was a regular link. It was some weird link. Okay, I went to YouTube and I dropped it into the stream. Can anybody use it? I don't know.
End up being closer to the norm for media correspondents, closer to the median income, not the Jenny Mines, because you know that's the exception.
Oh, okay.
And you look at everybody on that panel. Lonnie Love does not look like one of the happiest people in the world, and she got a broken painter. So, and Lonnie, you know, you talk a lot of shit about black men, so you got it coming. And then you got a reformed Jeezy.
Let me see.
But if you stick closer to what most people make, that means you're not going to be making over 6 figures. Do you really want to go the rest of your life because you need to be independent in your sense of self to where you end up 50 years old with a middling career as a correspondent, news here, this, such and so forth? You're doing okay, but you can't travel and go to Paris, and it's not on your own money.
Right.
What does that look like after
cutting
you're no longer able to sit in the anchor chair? But you no longer have this youthful view, but they bring in the next group of women. What does that look like?
I don't know how
then you can't turn around and try to be like, well, now I'm ready to get married. No.
Where the hell is
in the danger zone for a reason. This is the age where you ladies really have to make up your mind.
They did
I'm going to couple with the man of value, and I'm going to figure something out, or I'm going to go this life by myself. I'm going to take what it gives me. And this path is not one I recommend because it's highly competitive, and no one's going to give you anything.
I'll tap social media complete.
This path tends to end up in a lot of loneliness.
I got to figure it out because I don't know what the hell. I don't know how you invite. It's where you started the live. Where I started the live. Hold on.
So unless you know
I'm there,
you are 100% willing to commit, and that means cutting off marriage and kids and all that other stuff. Because to make this work, you can't serve two masters. You got to pick a side. I hate to break it that way, but just think about it. But you can't have everything.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
And you want it all plus some.
Wait a minute.
I tried it.
All right. Have a good day. Bye.
Stream.com. Wait a minute. I agree with Kevin. I don't know how that link is supposed. Did you support? I don't know how that link. It's an option to invite people. I know. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me look. Invite a guest. Yes, I clicked all that, and then I did a paste into that. I pasted that. I did the invite one, pasted one. To I'm already into the inside. What the hell is it? I'm in the inside of the video where I made the video, but it don't tell me how to, and I put it there too. So I couldn't figure out how the hell to get into this. You guys ain't never ran across this where y'all don't know where wait a minute. Y'all ain't never went across this where y'all know how to get into damn. I don't know how to get you to get there. Hold on, because I had another one. I wish I don't know how to get in touch with Triple X, but Triple X is the one who got in here last night. So and somehow him and FaZe, but then they know how to do. Then they know how to do that. It's always the next phase knows how to do that. Okay, so hold on. We got another video. We got one more video. Here we go. Let's bring it up. Okay. She don't like the weight standard. I thought this was also interesting. The weight standard, okay? She don't like it. So hold on. Here we go.
Okay, so my question
Can you all hear that?
like how important is the weight component as far as being high value?
The weight?
Yeah.
Can y'all
A
For
hear that?
woman's
example,
weight?
if you
A woman's weight?
yeah, like for example, if you have other qualities.
Well, let me ask you this. How old are you?
They
I'm
did
24.
something with the link.
You're
They did
24.
something with the
All right.
link.
How important is the money component
They
for
were
a
able
man?
to do. I don't know. I don't know where to. I don't know how to get
It's important.
outside of
How
here.
important?
Like very important.
If you had to rank it in order of,
So
if
do
you had
you
to
got to
rank
be
it,
on
how
your
high up
phone
would
and
it
all?
be?
Are you? Wait a minute. What do you think what do you think is wrong? You got to be on your phone or you got to be on a computer in order to get this link? Normally you're able to get this link when you're on your phone, but you're not able to get it's not hyperlinked. Oh, level 10 out streaming get 10 out. Oh, okay. It's not hyperlinked for you all. So you got to redo it, right? How did Osmo? How did you get up here?
Oh, I just entered the studio.
I mean, they keep saying they can't use the link.
Oh, see, I was telling you that earlier. You can't like the video because it shows up on a shorts feed. So you gotta go out of YouTube and then come back. You'll probably see it.
You said you got to do what?
I left YouTube. I closed it out. Then went back on. Then it popped up as like a video format. Then I
Mm-hmm.
saw the StreamYard at the bottom.
Oh, okay, okay. So it's gonna be difficult for them to get the string. So
Yep.
what's the difference between this one and what's the difference between this the regular video I do and this
You
video?
you on your phone though. You on your phone, ain't you almost?
Yeah, I'm on my phone. If you on a computer, you'll see it differently.
Yeah, when you on your phone, you just gotta do it through the internet browser and request the desktop version, and you'll be able to click the link. You can't do it.
Oh, okay, so you gotta go on your phone and get the desktop version of the link in order to get on. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you gotta go on YouTube through your internet browser.
Okay.
You can't click it through the YouTube.
Oh, okay, okay. That's how they did it. Okay. To hit the like button, they have to double tap the screen for likes. You have to double tap the screen for the like button. Double tap the screen. Okay. I didn't know about that neither.
Yeah, no, I know. Earlier when you were saying, no, I couldn't get in there, so I was like, I'll come back and try it.
Okay. It's like it was a weird. What the hell was going on? I don't know what the hell. Why you got to double tap and you got to do all? Okay. So when it's in this format, when it's in this mobile format, you gotta if you're on your mobile phone, you got to go into the desktop mode in order to get it. Is that what you're saying, Ty Pro?
Yeah, you gotta go through your internet browser and
Mm-hmm.
then request desktop mode, which is like a little button right next to the URL where it says
Mm-hmm.
what website you on. You hit
Mm-hmm.
that button to bring up your options. You request desktop mode, and that's also how you renew your membership. If you on your iPhone, you can
Oh,
renew
okay.
your membership the same way as well.
Oh, okay. 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 So you two came up, Osmos, you came up first. What's up? What do you have to say about that last video, the video about the rich man?
I couldn't say anything about it because I just popped it open. I was on a phone call, so I didn't see. I just saw the streamer and jumped in.
Oh, okay. Okay. Ty, you was down there screaming. What was you screaming about? What's going on?
I I wasn't screaming nothing. I just disagree with you and Glorious Love because I don't think that a man's mindset of what, yeah, everybody differently. And I do agree with you that chefs and nannies will be a dynamic, but they
Mhm.
won't be the primary. You're not gonna just like if you're a woman and you don't have to work, you're not making no money, you're just there to be cute and intellectual. You're gonna be if you're my wife and it's a rich man, you're gonna be popping out babies and taking care of the home, no matter what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Especially at 500,000, when we not 100 millionaires, we making 500,000 or 1 million a year. You're
You
still
think
going.
you
You
should
going.
pop out
You
10, 15 babies?
I ain't
You
say
think they
10. We
think
I'm
you
gonna
popping
be
out 10
realistic.
babies?
I'm gonna be yes.
No,
If you don't have to work, this is what it looks like. We have
but
a big crib. You're gonna have a big ass truck. You're gonna be a soccer mom. You're
and
gonna
I
be
gotta be
doing.
doing a
You're
whole
going
bunch of things. I gotta be going to events. I gotta go represent
with
my
who?
husband at. I gotta go
Yeah, but you know
whatever the rich wives are doing. I gotta be doing the same thing. I gotta go hit the golf club. I gotta go play bridge
no,
with the
you don't. No,
ladies.
you know.
I
No, no,
gotta
no,
do
no, no.
all of those
You're
things.
not going. You gonna be at home
No,
with
I'm
the
not at.
other rich. You're gonna. That's where do you think the whole rich housewife dynamic come from? Where they drinking wine all day and gossiping with the rest of the wives in the wives club
No,
and all of that shit. We see the examples of this. Like you're
that's
saying
not how they
something,
do it. That's not how
but
they do it.
yeah, we see examples of it. Yes, there's the nannies. Yes, there's maids. No, the rich man is not coming home and cutting his grass. Jesus gonna be there cutting the grass every week. Yeah,
Right.
it's gonna be a chef sometime. But you think that 3 meals out the day, every single day, 365 days of the year is going to be prepared
Yes.
by a chef or are
Yes.
we going out to eat? No,
Yes.
that's not realistic.
Yes,
That's
it
not
is.
realistic. That's not.
Yes, it is. That's it.
Okay, so you think that
You
okay,
can hold on. Yeah, I let you
it's
talk. Hold on,
2025.
hold
It's
on.
not
I let you talk.
1972. You got to
I
remember,
let you
it's
talk.
not
And
1972.
and and rich men have things they have to do, places they have to go, engagements they got to go to, parties they got to go to. You got to be ready to do that. We can't put the
But that's
kids,
not every day.
but
That's not every day.
that's darn near every day. That's darn near every day.
No, it's not.
I'd say about
What
three
type of
times a week.
what Who
I'd
are
say
you
about
talking
three
about?
times a
What
week.
type of realistic rich people are you talking about? You talk about CEOs. The CEO is working most of the time. He's not even home.
Yes,
He's
but he
he's
still
at
has. He
board
got to.
meetings. He's running his company, and he gonna do some stuff. Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
you gonna see. Yeah, get dressed. The nanny
mm-hmm,
there, but the
mm-hmm.
wife is still. There's real people that's rich that we see lives every day. They all
No,
out
you
here.
see
We
what they
got
you see what they
entertainers,
want to show you. They don't. You
enter,
don't see their normal lives.
enter,
Entertainers. You talking about different money. You talking about entertainers, and they show you what they want to show you. They don't. Them women. How do you think them women cooking every day and they going to the hairdresser? They going to get their fitness done. They going to get X, Y, and Z done. Them women ain't
because
them women ain't cooking that many days of the week.
HQ,
Maybe one.
HQ, HQ. You gotta be
Maybe,
realistic here. All right, let's just be
maybe.
realistic. What type of rich person you want to say a CEO?
Mm-hmm.
That man, so they not having children. She's not popping out the kids. That's what you're saying.
She ain't popping out no 4 and 5 kids.
But most rich people usually got 3, 4, 5 kids, especially black people, especially the black
Black
rich people.
people.
Hmm?
A lot of black people.
All right. I think you. I
A
just
lot of
disagree.
black
I
people.
don't. I disagree. I wholeheartedly disagree. But I don't want to argue with you back and forth
No,
about it.
no,
I
no.
think it's a balance. I
You're
think that.
saying, I'm
I think.
saying to you,
Mhm.
rich people do not sit there and cook clean every day. His what
I'm
I'm
not
saying the
saying that. I'm not
woman
saying that.
I'm saying the woman that he picks is not required to cook and clean every day.
Okay. I
That's
think
all I'm
that
saying.
that's a.
I'm
I think
saying to
that that's
you
a.
that rich people are not required. He is not looking for a woman that cooks and cleans every day.
I think that that's a case by case basis. If I'm a 40, 50-year-old rich man and I just go marry some young little 22, 24-year-old hottie, well, yeah, I'm not going to think about her
You're not
cooking and
marrying no
cleaning.
22, 23-year-old hottie.
So I don't think that she's gonna cook and clean every day. But if I'm 40 and I marry a 30-year-old wife, or if I'm 35 and I'm rich and I marry a 28-year-old wife, yeah, I
Mm-hmm,
want her to have children, and I
mm-hmm.
still want her to have the capability of running the household. And I'm going to subsidize the help. The nanny is going to be there to help. The nanny is nobody is cooking and cleaning every day nowhere unless you're a chef. Nobody cooks and cleans all day nowhere. Even a woman who is a housewife to a regular average dude is not cooking and cleaning all day.
Rich
No,
people
no,
do not do cooking and cleaning, Ty.
that
They have money to
HQ,
pay for those
HQ,
people. They have money.
HQ.
Hold on. They have money to pay for those people. Rich people do not have time to sit there and cook. She gonna cook and clean. Every once in a while, she may cook and clean. But they have nannies, they have cooks, they have people who do that stuff. If you have a lot of money, they have people to do it. And she wanted a man making 500K, and he damn sure ain't doing no cooking and cleaning in the house.
When you have a family, when you if you are rich and single, that's different. If you're rich with a family, and a wife, and you're having children, you still want your wife to be able to raise your children and handle your household. You will subsidize help. So yes, their maid is not going to be there every day cleaning up every fucking single spill, every dish that got to get cleaned, every meal that got to get. Every time the kid get hungry, there's a chef there to live in. It's not realistic, HQ. Unless you're talking about people that are 500 million and got chefs and maids living on their property, that's not realistic.
I don't
I
know
don't know
what
if
you're
I'm
saying.
breaking.
Yeah, you are
It's
breaking,
not realistic.
but
It
I don't know what you're
is
talking
it
about. I don't know what you're talking
realistic.
about. You're talking you that
So
that
you
that's
think that every time the kid get hungry, a chef about to make a grilled cheese or some snacks. The wife is not doing nothing.
that's a snack. That's not a full course meal. What's the whole
Every
point?
single dish and glass,
Every single day.
every
I'm
every
not saying
every
that a wife. I'm
every
not saying
dish.
that a wife don't get in there and wash a dish or two. But you're making it seem like she wake up every day and she making 3, 4 meals. She
So
cooking
what I'm
all
saying
the
is
food.
she
She
has
taking care of
help.
all the kids. She got help. She got a
She
maid and
got
she got a cook.
help. She got a nanny that might come over
And
3 or 4 days out the week.
they gonna do the bulk of taking care of
That
the thing.
okay? Now we're getting closer to
She's
agreement.
a no.
It's not
I'm
an
saying the
everyday
maid.
living.
I'm
So
saying the maid.
when no maids
I'm
and nannies
saying
aren't
the
there, the
maid
wife
and
still
the
got to do
nanny.
something.
I'm saying the maid and the nanny are doing the bulk of the stuff. The wife is doing some stuff, but the maid and the nanny are doing the bulk of the stuff.
So are you talking about 500,000 or 50 million or 10 million?
I'm talking about 500,000 or
No,
above.
no, no. 500,000 to between 500,000 and 1 million. Them people are coming over on a monthly basis.
What's coming over on a monthly basis?
Maids, nannies, the nanny coming over to help with shit on the weekend so we can go out and do what we got to do. The nanny
Okay.
not there all week.
Okay, guys, I don't know what y'all classifying right now because it's too many
I don't
things.
know what he's saying. I don't
No,
have any
it's
idea
because
what
I
he's saying.
could get where you're coming from. It's like if you have a mansion, then you have the need for a maid monthly. But if you have someone to cook, they'll probably come cook for you 2 times, 3 times a week. A maid can clean a house, a 2-story house, maybe twice a week, maybe if anything. But
But
like
we're not
this,
talking about
no,
that.
no,
What
I'm just saying like
I'm
there's no classification to see what's the purpose of having this, and then to have less of a burden on the wife itself on
right.
what her role will be. Now, if you're saying you having 6 kids, seven
Yeah,
kids, then I
yeah,
get it. But if it's like a person that's 1 or 2 kids, maybe 3 max, I
right.
don't think it's really a need for that much of
Yeah, but it
spending the
is a
money.
need. When you're rich, there is a need because they don't want to be bothered with any of those things.
H-
He don't
H-
have to hire. He don't have to hire. The wife will probably hire. The wife will
HQ,
probably hire the maid.
HQ,
Now, wife will
that's
probably hire.
not, there's no examples of none of this of what you're talking about.
Man,
Like,
look at the housewife. Look at the. If you want to take an example, look at the housewives on whatever the hell those freaking channels are. Them people ain't doing no cooking. Them people ain't doing no
so you
cleaning.
just said that we can't believe what people were saying on camera, though.
No, I'm saying because you believe it. Because you believe
Oh,
it, I'm giving you your
okay,
example.
Yes, I
okay,
believe what Cardi B says she cooks and cleans because she talks about it
But
okay.
why
Pause.
is it
on
that her
live.
husband said he didn't? Why is the
Oh,
husband say
He
she did?
never said that. She said that in a rap
oh.
song. He never
Y'all
said that.
arguing from two different angles here. You're talking about what you see on media, and she's talking about what she sees off of media when it comes to the rich
No,
stratosphere
I'm
of
not
people.
talking about that. You all took my point and went somewhere else. I said when you make that kind of money, the man does not require a woman to cook and clean. He does
Yeah,
not require her to do that. He can
yeah.
hire somebody to do that.
Okay.
That is my only point. Whether she cooks 2 meals a day or 4 meals a day or 1 meal a day, that's neither here nor there. That's not my
Okay.
argument. My argument is he don't look at her and pick her and say, "Hey, you better make sure you cook and clean." No,
Uh,
not looking at her like that. She's
the-
not there for cooking and cleaning. Okay. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying whether she cooks once, twice, 4 times a week, or whatever. She may very well be able to clean and cook, but that's not his requirement for a wife when he's rich. That's my argument. That's all.
okay. Okay.
I can agree with you to an extent with that. We just have to, agree to disagree on everything else.
Hey, Glorious.
Oh God. Uh-oh.
Did I get you up there? Okay. Okay. I'm not arguing.
Wait
I'm
a
not
minute, Ty.
arguing
Don't be saying
anything.
no.
Right.
Wait a minute.
I'm not arguing whether she cooks once or twice. I'm not arguing that. I'm just arguing he's not picking her because so don't that did what Kevin Samuels was saying. A rich man is worried about you cooking and cleaning. No, he's not. He
No,
has
he's
enough money.
not.
He has enough money where he can hire somebody to cook and clean. That's not why he's picking you. He's picking you for the intellectual capacity, for the companionship, for that. He's picking you for other things. When you're rich, they pick you for other things, not cooking and cleaning. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying nothing else.
I'll make it even more superficial. For a rich man, he's picking you to further his brand. Period.
Yes.
That's the way I feel, and that brand may be has something to do with the way you look, the way you present yourself, the way you talk, the way you show up in a room. It has nothing to do with whether you cooking and cleaning. And as a matter of fact,
right.
I think it's less important. I think you have these women who thought that was, especially women who have been with their man where they built their career, who thought that, oh, I'm just going to be the home wife at home, cooking and cleaning, taking care of all of his needs. And when he gets to where he's going, he leaves her behind because she no longer serves his purpose, which is furthering his brand.
I'm just saying the practicality is his life is too chaotic for him to be sitting down and having a meal every night. And she's not making
important.
It's not important. It's not important to a rich person. Of course, you should be able to cook and clean just on the fly. Kid wants a cheese sandwich, wants a X, Y, and Z. Okay, fine. She can cook that or whatever, but she's not required to cook because you just have too much money and your life is too chaotic to be having a 9 to 5 come home and cook dinner. And a lot of them don't even come home that particular day. It's just too chaotic to be talking about, well, I need a wife who can cook and clean. That's nowhere in the equation of wives when you're rich.
And Ty, you said something about, you changed it when I got up here a little bit. By the time I got up here, I should say. But you had said something about that. What rich women do you know that don't sit at home? I don't know. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you said something to the effect. Which rich women that you know of don't sit at home and take care of the home and take care of the kids and stuff like that? Did you say that?
Well, he said something similar to that.
Okay, well, that's why I called up, because I beg to differ. I don't know too many who do sit at home.
I think they just got too much going on.
Mm-hmm.
You just got too much going on when you got money like that. You have parties to go to, you got invitations to go to, you got lunches to go to, you got to go to volunteer stuff, you got to go to people's premieres, you got to go to people's events. You just don't, as a wife and a high profile man, a wife that's a wife to a whole high profile man, you got so many things to do that you're just not at home like that. And that's why you have to have a nanny on call.
HQ, that's a little bit of a stretch, because the way you just explained that elaboration of rich, you talking about people that own like oil companies and McDonald's type money. So
That's
that's
what I'm
very
trying
good.
to. She keeps saying
No,
500,000, but she's describing 100 millionaires, like
no.
people that got 100 million plus. Glorious love. What are the wives going there? Because I wasn't in the stream yard when you just
Well,
brought
I
up what
mean,
I said.
but you know what? I'm going to kind of agree with you. But if you're talking about in the bracket of 500,000, no, they're taking home. They're taking care of home. They still may have a nanny or housekeeper, but
You're
they're
taking
doing some things at home. But if I'm talking about, I was speaking of the ultra rich, and that's where I thought that
So that's the thing
No, I'm
that's the
talking
fruit.
about the 500K. The
See, because
500K.
all right, so
I'm not
HQ,
making any
HQ. I
argument other
personally,
than what I said. I'm only making the argument
HQ.
that I said, that he's
Mm-hmm.
not looking for a person that's cooking and cleaning when he makes that type of money. That's the only argument I got.
HQ. I personally know people who make 500 to 1.5 million a year.
So do I.
Personally, have known.
I actually
So
work with those people every day.
so the I know now them being black may be different. Their life is not is their lives are closer to somebody making 75,000 to 100,000 a
Yeah,
year
that's
than
more
it
like middle
is
class now.
than it is to somebody that's making 10 million or 50 million. That's when it's a difference. But people that's just bringing in netting $1 million a year are not having chefs. $500,000 a year,
Yeah.
you don't have a chef. You don't even
Yeah.
have a chef
Yeah. They do.
at five unless you're single. When
Yeah.
you have a family, so you got to put we looking through the lens you talking about. Let's say 500,000 to 1.5 million a year with a wife with children, at least 2 children. That is damn near top upper middle class. That is
That's it.
somebody who
That's a shame.
wife doesn't have to work,
Mm-hmm.
but they're financing their vehicles. They have new cars, but they're financing their vehicles. They both have a car. They have a family car. They got a nice ass crib. They got a built-in pool. They don't have an above ground pool. They got a nice pool. They got a real nice bathroom. But
Right.
the wife is cooking and cleaning. She just want to be able to get help when she needs it. If
Mm-hmm.
she gets overwhelmed, I can call somebody to come through and help. These are so you gotta now you talking about somebody that's making 10 million, 50 million, 100 million. That's the difference. You think LeBron James' wife ain't cooking and cleaning?
Come on now. What?
Now hold on.
That's not what we're
I was
saying.
gonna,
Is
I was
she?
gonna bring
Is
up
she?
LeBron too.
Is
You
she?
way past the
Is
realm of what I'm
do,
saying.
do
I
she
didn't say
have?
any of
Now
those
these are
things.
billionaires. Do she have help in the house? Yes, for sure. Do you
Yeah,
think that in the last
I've
10
seen pictures of her
years
help.
she has
Hi,
nannies?
you're
They
being
gonna travel
disingenuous.
with nannies. They gonna
You know how
travel with
you
nannies. But do
sound.
you think in the raising of those
Hi,
boys
you're being
that she
disingenuous.
ain't? I'm not at all. I'm bringing you a real
Because
example.
what you're trying to say is we said every waking moment they have a maid and they have a cook.
Yeah.
Not what we
But
said.
that's what you're making it seem
No,
like.
that's not what we said. What we said
Mm-mm.
was that man is not required to have a cook and cleaner in his wife. They hire maids, they hire
Mm-hmm.
cooks. Whenever they don't want to cook, they hire whoever they want to cook, and then they cook whenever they feel like cooking. That's what
Okay.
we said.
So all
You're
right, all
making
right.
it sound like we said every day of the week they have a maid and a nanny. We didn't say that.
That it might not be as important to have a wife that can cook and clean to the proficiency that a man would like because he could get her help and he could get her cooking classes. So it might not be as high on a priority level as other things for a rich man. But I guarantee you it's still on the top 10 list. You want a one woman unless you're literally marrying eye candy. If you're
Well,
marrying
that's
a
what I'm saying.
woman,
I got a
if you're
question to ask you.
marrying a woman to raise children, you want more than one child. You want more than one child. You're marrying a wife to raise more than one child.
And you
You
make that
want your
kind of
wife,
money.
you want what kind of money? Because there's a big spectrum to rich. If I'm a millionaire and I'm making $1 million a year, yes, I want my woman to have the ability to be able to cook and clean. It doesn't have to be perfect because I don't have to depend on her to do that all the time. And yes, she will have help, but it won't be when she don't got help. She'll be cooking and cleaning.
Or running the household. How about that? Can you
Just
say that? Can you
shitting
or
on the
running the
walls.
household, organizing the household?
That's all I'm saying. That's it. And I'm
Okay.
gonna stop
But
arguing.
organizing the household would be also being in charge of the people who cook and clean and
For
organizing
sure.
them.
When they're there,
Uh,
but they won't be there 75% of the time. It'll be
well,
50, maybe
let me ask
60.
you this.
No,
You
they'll be there. They'll be there in that kind
yeah,
of household. They'll be there more
Not
they'll be there.
not
They'll be
not from 500,000 to 1.5 million a year.
than
yes,
500,000
they will.
above. It'll be more than 50% that you have a maid and a housekeeper and you got kids. Maid and a cook.
Okay. All right.
Definitely, you'll have more than them being there 50% of the time. If
We
it's
have
I
you
mean,
and
this
him,
is not 1993 where maids are getting paid $7 an hour. It's 2025, and rich people are vlogging their
how much
life
you
every
think maids
day.
get paid? How much you think they get paid?
yeah.
They
I mean,
not. It's not just a bunch of illegal Mexicans no more. It's
That's all you got.
well,
2025.
well,
That's all I got to do is have a maid come in
I
3 times
hire
a week.
housekeepers,
Right. That's all you got to do
and
is
I ain't
have a
got that
maid
money.
come in and cook two or
I
three.
can,
I mean,
I can,
clean
I
three
can,
times a
I
week.
can afford to hire a housekeeper and a maid come through once
Right.
a
Yeah.
week.
Right.
Anybody
So
can
what
do
are
that
you
once a
talking about?
week, but you're talking about the
The
you're
living
making it
nanny,
like
the
the
living housemaid.
No,
yeah
we didn't say
they're
live in.
describing
You said live in. We said a couple times a week. You're the one
you're
that keeps implying that we're talking about every day. We just
Yeah.
said
when you
we're
say
not
that
talking
the
about
wife
every
don't
day.
ever gotta cook or clean. You're
No, I did
implying
not
that
say that. You
okay,
didn't hear
all
She
what
right,
said the
okay,
important.
all right,
you
okay.
didn't hear what I
Just
said.
remember,
But I
it's
have a
not
question for
19.
you, Ty. I have a question for you. Just general question. What do you think is more important to a man that's making 500 and over $500,000 a year and over? What would be more important to him? A wife who can cook and clean, or a wife who can represent him?
But we all, even a 50,000 a year man wants a wife that can represent him well. You're not getting married just to have a fucking maid either. That's the other narrative that y'all
What
kind
you
of
think is
pushing.
important, most important though
It's
to
the
the man is
same
what I'm
exact
asking.
thing. I want a good woman that's going to represent me well. And that's any man making any type of money.
But
And
we're saying a rich man that is not cooking and cleaning is not his priority for his wife.
that's not no man's
Always.
priority. No man is marrying their wife
Well,
because she
why
can
is
cook
the
and
first time?
clean.
Why is that the first thing y'all always mention when
Yeah.
y'all look for a
Because
good
guess
woman?
what?
Cooking
Hold
and
on, y'all
cleaning.
listening? Hold on, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Because I'm
Yes.
going through miles. Y'all can hear me clearly?
Yep.
Y'all listening?
Yes.
Newsflash. It's not a long list of shit y'all can do for us.
You broke up a little bit, but okay.
Oh, I'm gonna say it again. There's not a long list of shit y'all can do for us.
Vice versa.
And that list
Vice
is the same.
versa.
No.
What do you mean?
No.
Vice versa.
No.
Now, why did you
Especially
need to
if
say that? It's not that much that y'all can do for us.
Tell us what you
any
really think.
man
What?
making any amount of money gonna want the same 5 things because y'all can only do fucking 8. Y'all can only do 10 things. How about I cheat on
I'm
me? Look
confused,
good.
guys. I'm confused. I'm confused.
Okay, Ty, you're breaking up.
We can't hear you. I'm confused about what you're talking about.
Okay, let me try and take over from it. Let me take over. Let me take over from a different angle.
Hold on. We're all autonomous human beings. We can all feed ourselves, clean ourselves, cook, and support ourselves.
Or can we?
Just like men, we don't need you for a million things. We don't need you for a million things. We want you for a million things, but we don't need you for a million things. Like you said, you don't need women for a million things. You want us for these things. You don't need us for these things. Same thing with females. So that's not even a sentence that we need to
No,
say.
it's not the
We all
same.
want, yes, it is the
If I'm
same.
providing a lifestyle, especially if I'm rich, there is literally,
If
if I
you're
could get the
rich,
chef, I
if
could get the
you're rich,
maid.
but you said all
What
of
the hell
y'all.
can you do
You
for a
didn't
rich
Guys,
say,
man?
hold on, guys.
But
Yeah,
because
you said all of y'all. You didn't say
cooking and
rich.
cleaning is the only 2 things that you provide
Didn't
when
he
I'm
say
not
y'all need to
rich.
tone. Wait, we need to tone this
Wait a
down.
minute.
I want to take a different approach,
He
please, if y'all
said
don't mind.
everybody. He didn't say just rich.
Let
Now
me
you
let me
say
take a different.
Let, let,
Let me take a different approach. There's 2 guys here and 2 women on here. Let me try this for the women. Could you get married to a man if he didn't have a penis? Yes or no?
yes. I say yes.
HQ? Could
No.
you? You couldn't? Let's just say for the
Glorious,
sake
you
that
gonna be
let's just say for the sake that you
Yo,
can get married. Can the man still do all the things that he can do for you without his penis? Yes or no?
Can he do
can he do
everything?
everything?
Yeah, that a guy normally would do. Can he
Not
protect you? Can
everything,
he
but
pay?
it's
Can he
most.
protect you?
Yeah.
Can he protect you? Can he pay your bills for you? Can he give you guidance? Can he give you like leadership? Can he do most
Yes.
of the things that he can do that, right?
He can do
Yes.
Okay, now if we was to reverse this for the
that.
woman, if could we marry a woman without a vagina?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Now, what's the list of things that she could possibly do for us like that?
So she
What do you
comes
mean
with.
like that?
Like,
Oh, okay. What you trying to say is the only thing a woman is good for is her snack.
no, I'm not trying to say that.
no. He's
Just give
not
me the
saying
list
that.
of what.
He's
Ain't
saying
that
Wait
the
a
what he
list
second.
just
is
See,
said?
way
no,
shorter.
no. I wanted you to list
No,
in
no, 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 no,
opposites
no,
of
no, no,
what the
no.
woman
Don't
can
speed
do
You
for.
know
over.
what?
Don't speed
I
over
ain't
what
Hold
I
say
said.
what
on.
I ain't say.
Don't run away with it. All I'm
Don't
trying to.
speed over what I said. Because what you said was we can live without the dick, but he can do all these other things. And I said y'all can live without the pussy. And your road is you gotta have the pussy.
No,
So
that's not what I said. I'm trying to
okay,
get
so
to
then
the point.
okay,
I
then
want to know
explain
what
I
you
can
guys
give you the
can tell
list.
me. I want to know
Please
what can
do.
the women tell me that they can do in a sense for the man and opposite if they do not have a vagina.
Go ahead, Glory.
Glorious. Give the list, but get a list for things that I can't pay for. As if I was a rich man and you got to give me stuff that I cannot pay for
Well, come
myself.
on now.
Yeah,
Up, up,
we didn't
up,
have no
up.
caveats for what you could do.
Because y'all
So
ain't
why
rich
we
and
get
y'all
no
not paying
caveats for
no
what we
bills.
can do?
Y'all women don't take care of men. Men
Okay.
take care of women.
First of all,
You
first
not
of all,
we not paying for
can I
what you
say
do. What do you
women
mean?
have
Man,
as a being a wife before. Women have organizational structural skills sometimes and critical thinking that men don't have. Sometimes they don't see, in some cases, I'm not saying in all cases, sometimes a woman can add a point of view or share a point of view to a man that with a man that he hasn't seen.
Gloria,
So
I'm gonna agree with you. That's useful to who? A man you're not married to or a man you married to? What is that
only a
useful
married,
for?
because I would only share something like that with a man I'm married to. Period.
Okay.
Period. But so a man that I'm married to, or married a husband, a wife can share that with a husband. Sometimes an introspective point of view, a wife can share more of an introspective point of view, relationship point of view, relational point of view. Women have more of that than men do in a lot of cases, not all, but in a lot of cases. So that woman can provide that, which is different than the physical and different than the protection that a man can provide.
You name one thing. I'm waiting on number two.
Well, there was two. I said introspective. I said relational.
She's a good conversationalist to communicate things that
Wait a
I'm
minute,
going
let me
through.
type this.
That's one thing.
And different perspectives. They have a way of looking at things in a different way than
Yep.
men do.
Yeah. Counsel. I can get a lawyer for that.
On the table. What do men bring to the table? Let's see.
Yeah,
HQ, she
just
about to
protection.
write a list.
Just
Oh,
protection.
no, I'm saying you said I'm saying you all came up with a list.
Provision, security.
We can't do provision. We can't say provision all the time anymore because now we've talked about equal rights.
So you don't bring that to the table. We can take care of ourselves.
Yeah, we can't say
so
that.
So are you going to take care of yourself if we marry?
You don't have to take care of it. You don't have to take care of it. You said things that you bring
to do.
You don't have to take care of it.
We could not do.
You can't have this conversation because y'all not gonna be honest.
I'm being honest.
Care of yourself?
You're trying to diminish what women bring to the table. We're trying to tell you.
Nobody diminishing it. We just giving it to you real. We
First
just
of all,
being
you
real.
said security. We can hire somebody to secure our house.
Yes.
So we can hire them. We work.
Just like you can hire.
Money. Hold on. We make enough money, but we don't need you to provide for us. We have money of our own. We can do all of those things on our own.
That's where they messed up at.
So come over here and say what a man brings to the table besides security and besides provision, because we already can take care of those on our own. So what else can you bring?
But a PP.
All right, y'all. No, look. First of all, men make more money than women. Men are making more money than women. Men are more millionaires than women. The whole ideology of us getting married, you're not about to take care of me. If we get married, you're not providing for the household. You're not working while I stay at home and raise kids. None of that is going on. So yes, I'm going to provide resources, provision, protection. You're not paying for none of that. If somebody come break into the window, you're not hopping up and grabbing the Glock. You're not. If your house catch on fire, you're not gonna be happy. Hold on. If your house catch on fire, you don't want 7 little ass girls with a fire hose coming to put the fucking fire out and rescue you from the 3rd floor. So just that whole argument is bullshit.
But Ty, you went from the perspective of marrying. Okay, no, would I want that? But I can hire a
security.
And the women that hire security will be alone. They're gonna get a dog and they're gonna get a bunch of sex toys. What are you talking about?
Yes,
it's not that.
Oh my God! You went down this avenue. You went down this avenue saying, insinuating that women have no worth.
Yes, you did that. So we're telling you on the other side of the coin. We don't.
Look. On the other side of the coin, it's bullshit. The other side of the coin is bullshit.
The other side of the coin is bullshit, just like your side is bullshit. So therefore, ain't nobody.
No, because one side of the coin is taking care of the other side.
Oh, you don't.
Why can't we just come to terms that we both need each other?
There you go.
Can't you just say that?
Yes, but guess what? The things that I need
you don't bring more than we do. We don't bring more than you do.
That's why there's more. It's not about more. Nobody said more.
Yeah,
that is the ego. That's the ego. That's your ego. That's your ego.
Ty, you did say that.
I did not say more.
You tried to imply that we didn't have any value. We don't bring nothing to the relationship.
I never said any of that. All I said was y'all list of what a man is looking for in a woman. The list that a man is looking for in a woman, it ain't that fucking long. That's
That
it.
ain't what you
That
said.
don't mean y'all
I'm
don't
telling
mean
you.
we better than y'all. That don't mean
Okay.
y'all don't got no value. You very valuable. Your
All right
coochie
then.
and titties is very valuable.
But you
You
said, but
cooking
you
and cleaning is
imply
very valuable.
You know
you
what?
You
We're more
raising
than
my
imply
cooking and
children is
cleaning.
very
That's not
valuable.
you
no.
You
you
being able to help me through a tough time is very valuable. But that list don't go on, and I don't. That's it. And if you taking away cooking and
Ty,
cleaning, the list gets shorter.
Ty,
I
list is even
seriously.
shorter, or the list is even shorter on your side if you take away security and provision, which we
But
don't use
what
before.
woman is walking around hiring security? Like, what are you talking
But
about?
we
What
can. That's
the
the
cat
whole point.
lady?
But
No,
but
but
we
it's
can.
not. You
Wait a
y'all
minute,
always
hold
say
on. Ain't your argument? Wasn't your argument you can hire somebody to cook and clean? Just like we
because
can hire somebody, so we can hire somebody for security. Same thing. Stop saying it. Stop saying
But you also had the argument that you can hire somebody for sex too. That's where you were
it.
going to
Stop
go down
saying
that
it.
road.
I
But
never was going to go down there because I
okay, I
don't pay. We
apologize
don't
then.
pay for sex over here. All
The whole
right, that
point is
ain't
the whole
no.
point
Not
is
you, not you personally, but a man.
But yeah, of course, anybody can pay for anything. You could
the
go
whole
pay for
point is
somebody to
that
get
we both
deleted.
bring
The
different things
point
to the relationship.
is
We bring both
when we
things to the
join in
relationship.
when
Separate
we
things.
join in union, I'm taking care of your lifestyle for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I want you having to be you working becomes an option. It doesn't have to be we need you to work to live. That so yes, I'm providing provisions. If something go bump in the night, I'm hopping up with the gun. So I'm
Ty,
providing
Ty,
protection.
Fine. The
Ty,
man,
why you taking this stance? Like, I can get with you to a certain degree, but I don't understand the stance because I can say with the women's side, they have value, but their responsibilities mostly kick in once they have kids for us. So our
But
responsibilities are static. So we know when we get with them, we know we have to innately protect them, provide for them, and probably help them through stuff because they may be more emotional than us. We got to be stoic. We know what our things are, but I look at it as before we get to the stage of kids and raising family, being a protector and stuff like that, you build the connection and the bond with them prior to the kids getting involved with them. So they can do stuff for themselves. We let them, be self functioning to a certain degree, and we let them do what they do till we come to like a fine agreement. Like, okay, what are we gonna do once we go down this road of like having a family and raising them? Then we can discuss like, okay, you can do this, and most of it will be upon like usually the wife to do certain stuff more than us. But before that, yes, we can get to the stage that we do more than them, and we can provide more than them in a certain sense.
right, one of the supports. Okay. No, I'm just saying we have to get to the point where we stop diminishing what people bring to the table. Men, I hear that all the time. Men
Yes.
say women don't bring nothing to the table except they
I
box.
I
That's a
wasn't trying to
lie.
do that.
I've never
That's
said
a
that. I would
lie.
never say
I
that.
wasn't trying to diminish. I was just being realistic. All I said was the list
You were
ain't that
trying to
long.
diminish what
That's
we bring
not.
to
No,
the
it's
table.
not. No,
Yeah.
it's not. If it feels like that, I apologize. But the list ain't that long. And my whole point was saying that was when you talk about rich people, they have the same list. And when you remove a lot of those attributes off the list, you don't really got too much. Y'all, like
What do you mean
Glorious
remove
Love just
what's off
named
the list?
one
What
thing
do you
8
mean?
different
Remove
You,
what off the
I,
list?
ways.
you know what? No, Ty, I
It
didn't
is
just
in
name one thing. I didn't just name. That's not fair.
companionship.
Okay.
Like it's not and
Counsel.
it's not
Okay,
the
we can break it down. Companionship, counsel, uh, 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 nurturing. Can we separate? Can we make those three things, and then you can compartmentalize
that'll
those
be
three
two.
things?
That'll be
No,
two things.
companionship,
Companionship and counsel
counsel,
is two
nurturing.
things. Is one thing.
No,
Okay. Okay. All
that's
right. I'll give you
three.
three. I'll give you three.
I don't know about
And
nurturing until
Wait a
kids
minute.
come in.
So what is it? Wait a minute. Hold
I
on.
don't need
Outside of women,
nurturing as a 35-year-old man, but yeah.
you know what? But what we do is we bring that perspective to you. Not that you need it. We bring that perspective to you. We demonstrate that perspective. You see it, and then you can understand it when you see it in somebody else. You don't even have to use it. You see it in us. We demonstrate it, and okay, well that's what that looks like in between women, or that's what
But
women.
but Glorious, you saying this on the context of you already married. We talking about before married. You have to have these
Let
things. These
let
things you
let
list. You know that,
let
right?
let me
Let's
slide
take
out of here
away.
though. I appreciate y'all
Okay,
for
Ty, you
allowing me
so
to yell
dominant.
and shit. But I'm gonna
It's
continue
okay,
watching.
Ty.
It's okay.
I love y'all.
Yeah, and
Shout
we
out to
got to get back to the
homos.
video anyway. We got to get back
Yeah,
to the video.
peace.
But we got to get back to the video. But
He just want to watch football. Me too, though. But I can't.
yeah, y'all going to watch football? Okay, but then we
Yeah,
can go watch
I'm
football.
not watching, but I've been hearing about the game going on right now.
Oh, okay. The game done started, or y'all still in the game? The game still started.
There's games. Yeah, there's still games.
Oh, okay. This game's again. Oh, okay, then that's right. Well, y'all give me y'all final thoughts. We ain't even started the other video. Y'all give me your final thoughts.
Oh no, I'll stay here with you. I'll watch. I ain't watching the game. I'm not a sports guy.
But
Oh, you not
I'm a sports girl. To go
okay.
figure. See now, it's not no one-sided thing. You got women who love sports too, and I'm one of them. My team, we'll see what they do. Anyway, but no, I'll give you my final thoughts. I just joined up because Ty had this little idea of rich men wanting women to stay at home, be at home and be clean the house and stuff like that. And I just don't. I disagree with that. I just disagree with that. I think
So
I think it's
Osmo said it though. Osmo, wait a minute.
Oh.
Osmo, did you say it,
No,
Osmo?
I
Did
heard.
you say? What did you say? What was he talking about? Ty was talking about. What did he say that made you
He
jump up?
said that rich men want their women to be at home, cleaning the house and raising kids, which is important. I get it, but for a rich man, the most important thing I have noticed with rich men is their brand.
They want a representation.
Period.
And they want a representation of what they want to put out
Yes.
in the world. They want her to look good. They want her to appear as though she's on his program. She has to attend events. She has to deal with wives. She has to deal with some work.
Exactly.
She has to do with a whole bunch of stuff, and she is not cooking and cleaning every
Secondary might be that. Yeah, the cooking and cleaning.
Right.
But
I'm not
the
saying
most
she don't
important
do
is
none.
looking the part.
Right. I'm not saying she don't do none. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for the bulk of the stuff, that somebody that makes $500K, they can afford to get a housekeeper to clean the house 3 times a week. They can afford that. They can afford for somebody to meal prep for them. Meal prep, you know what I'm saying? Their meals once a week, and then 3 or 4 times a week, and then the wife can cook a little bit. She can cook something out of the ordinary when they want to do, or they go out to dinner.
Right.
Any of the above. But the one thing he is not marrying that woman for is her cooking skills and her cleaning skills.
She better be cute doing it. Anyway,
yeah.
That's it. I got to go, y'all. But
all right. Thank you for his love. Thank you.
Bye.
And my final thing was what Ty was saying, that what do we bring to the table? We have to get past that mindset of what women and men bring to the table. We both bring equal weight to the table. We do. I don't diminish a man's capability of security and safety. I don't diminish that at all. I love it when a man can come.
But HQ, that's tough. I'm not even gonna say nothing about that, but that's tough to say that.
What? What do you mean it's tough to say that? What do you mean?
You say you can't have the mindset, but it's like you need to be like on even grounds when you say you can't use that argument. Because if I'm a single guy and I deal with a woman, she come with 3 kids, it's not fair. Now, if you're a single guy with 3 kids and she got 3 kids, you had an even playing field. If you have a house, I have a house, even playing field. Then you could not try to come at what you bring to the table if y'all on even grounds. But if it's an uneven situation, I got to take you on or you got to take me on, then it sort of have to be like, why am I taking you on?
Yeah, but where did we come to that? Where did we come to the unevenness? We're talking about a regular everyday. We're just talking about 2 people who got married that and the man happened to be
to get to that stage of marriage, you have to see like, are we at like even footing to be like, okay, we can just not worry about what you bring to the table. We both about even. That's what I mean.
Yeah, a rich man ain't worried about what a woman brings to the table. If he not worried about what she brings to the table. Long as she looks good and she represents him well, he's not worried about whether she has a job or car or anything else. He cares whether she has children. If he's older, he'll probably take a woman on that has one or two older children. I'm not talking about an older person. I'm talking about a regular, average, everyday rich person that makes over 100K. He's getting married, and he's not concerned about whether she cooks or she cleans. He's
Yeah,
not.
yeah, yes, he does. Because we think about risk and assets and liabilities.
No, he makes too much money to worry about cooking and cleaning. He makes.
Yeah, if you're gonna marry someone, you want to see the risk assessment. That's almost
No,
well,
that's
not
not
every
how
guy.
people get married. That's not how people get married. They don't do that.
That's not how.
That's something y'all look at on the internet. That people don't do that.
What to not know if a female's a
People
risk?
don't
I know.
say, "Oh, okay, well, I'm attracted to her, and she ain't got no kids. Let me see." Well, no, men don't do that. Men look at what you look.
No. Now look, when men don't look at that, but the women have to go with the fantasy and play the Cinderella for the whole time that they can get them, and then after that, pull the rug from under them.
Wait a minute, hold up. I know you ain't sitting there saying that y'all present yourselves as honest brokers from day one.
I didn't say that.
I know
Men,
you ain't trying to say men present themselves as honest brokers from
I
day one.
didn't say that. No, I say that for you to marry the chick, she has to go with the fact that you have a delusion about her that she has to hide for a certain amount of time, is what I said.
Hold up. Wait a minute. She gotta hide the delusion. You know what? This is an argument I had to make on a panel the other day. Somebody said, what the hell did that lady say? No, that man said, y'all want us men to change. Y'all want us to change into something. And I said, we don't want you to change. What had happened was you were the one who pretended like you were X, Y, and Z trying to get into my pants. And once you got into my pants, you changed back into what you really were.
This is true. You talking about the representatives that we have. Chris Rock said it, but
yes. So
yeah,
it's not a matter. So when people say, oh, y'all want us men to change and women to change, no, you all are trying to get into each other's pants. It's a representative that you first meet. And then we want you to change later on. No, we don't. We wanted you to do it right way. But that person who kept giving me flowers,
no.
that person
See,
who
I
kept coming
see.
over to my house and talking
When
nothing.
okay, when you're older, I can get that stance. When you're younger, that's not the stance between men and women, because I know, even I can show you right now on my phone. If you pretend to be an asshole or be an asshole, you can like get with women, or you can pretend to be a nice guy and this and that to get the women. You have to get in the door and deal with the chick and see if she worth. Then you can switch.
Yeah.
But then some dudes realize, okay, she's not really shit. Then there's nothing really here, and then it's like, then they go back to what they really like. That's
Yeah.
not everybody's situation.
Most people bring a representation that ain't really them to the table when they first show up. Most people do. I'm so nice. I think you're beautiful. Let me get you flowers. Let me cook you dinner. Let me clean your house. Knowing
That's what
full damn
I,
well
I had a
you
girl
don't
do that early this year. Yeah, and then after that, I realized, oh shit, she is not shit.
right. Then you realize after you get them in the house that they ain't really what they say they are. And it depends on how much you like them, whether they get to stay around or not. Okay. That's the
Okay.
thing.
So now, if you're a rich person, you risk assess of like the female, whether or not you're gonna go down the road and marry this chick. What does she have? Does she have any kind of debt? Does she have abusive parents or whatever? You see what she like and like, okay, I'll marry her, and these kinks don't really affect too much. But then it's like when you're talking about average people, they like, yeah, what do you bring to the table? Now the person in money ain't worried about that. Yes, you're right, but they need to risk assess: is she gonna try and divorce me or get like put me on child support? You don't really know, but her representative is
Yeah,
what you
but why,
believe in.
why y'all worried about whether she puts you on child support or not? That's your kid too. Why?
Yeah, no. Yeah, but now when they just trying to take ridiculous amounts of money because they always go into the
How are
court
they
and
trying
say
to take ridiculous amounts of money?
when they try to go, we see the Brittany Renner situation right now. They always try to go back for a crazy amount of money and ridiculous things that they think they can get out of a person. Plenty of you. This is so,
Do
but
you
I
know
do understand.
what percentage of people get child support? Do you know what percentage of people get alimony? It's not even significant enough to even mention. Most people don't get no alimony.
The
And most
average. We're
people
talking about the rich people. We're not talking about the average.
regular everyday people don't get no alimony. They don't get money like that.
Yeah, they don't. So, like, let's say my
So
sister, for
why
example.
are we worried about money? And why are
Wait,
men worried about money if the average Joe Blow don't get have to pay alimony? Regular Joe Blow don't pay alimony. I think it's like 2%,
I'm staying within the realm of the rich people you're talking about. So when I say rich people, they got to risk assess whether or not the chick will have kids with you and try to divorce you and get crazy amounts of money out of you. That's the context I'm staying in.
Yeah, but we're not talking about rich people because most people in
You,
rich. We got to talk.
you was literally talking about the rich people. The rich men not worried about that, her having this and that. I was staying within that metric.
They
But not,
got prenups. I don't care about them. They got prenups.
and those are not 100% bulletproof. They can always go.
Most of them do have prenups. Most of them have prenups if they make that kind of money. But I'm talking about regular, ordinary, everyday Joe Blow ain't paying no alimony, and he ain't paying no child support. Maybe 2% to 5% pay alimony or child support, and that's very rare that you get to collect on that. So why do we have people on here who make everyday average money talking about she gonna take me for my money when you don't make enough money to worry about? Poor people just get with poor people and then they break up.
That's sort of true. That's on that again. That's not wrong. That's not completely right too, because we do have so many instances. All these women running around making TikToks or having 4, 5, 6 baby daddies. How much they get a month from each guy? So it's like, now we talking about regular people. That's
she lucky
below
enough
average.
to deal with men who got money. She lucky enough to deal with men who have money, but 9 times out of 10, Bum Keisha ain't dealing with no man who got money like that. So the most people don't get no alimony or no child support.
That's fine, but again, I'm still staying within the people that the rich people we talking about on how you say, okay, let's say it's a rich guy. It's a rich guy, but then after that you find out he got 3 other women and 3 baby mamas. She was under the notion that she was gonna get a rich guy to herself. Then she find out he got a side chick or 2 and a mistress and this and that. He put on a representative to get her, and she put on her representative to try and make him want to get with her, is what I was saying. So I'm saying when it's even is when you have this and they have that. You have 1 car, 1 house out. You have 1 car, 1 house. You have 1 kid, I have 1 kid. Then I can understand you say, okay, we don't need to have a discussion about what you bring to the table is what I was coming from.
Right. Rich people, it's a different story. Poor people, Aaron.
Everybody needs to have a discussion about what your ass brings to the table. Are you crazy?
Well, we're talking about in terms of financial gain. Most people don't have no money.
Everybody needs to be aware of what someone else is bringing to the table.
Yeah,
you can be bringing finance.
Practically, yes.
Or you're bringing venture and ruin, and I want to see it coming. I don't need to be wealthy to know that you could be a black hole.
But we're not talking about money. We're talking about what do you bring to the table as a human being, not the money.
Oh, okay. Well, great. Then that makes it even worse. Then yes, because I thought that's where you're going. My question always has been when people ask, "What do you bring to the table?" Do people even know what you're talking about? Mm-hmm. And the answer is no, they don't. Mm-hmm. When people ask a question, "What do you bring to the table?" What they're asking is, "What do you bring to the relationship? What value do you bring to my life that would be missing if I never met you?"
Yes.
And how can you say that that's a question only for rich people? That's wild.
Oh, I didn't say it was a question for rich people. I said money is a question for rich people. Poor people
no, even then, no, it's not. Especially not for rich people, because I want to know how much debt you're bringing to my table. No, I don't have much money. I don't have much money, and I can't afford to be absolving you of your debt.
See, risk assessment.
Yes, exactly. Just like he was saying before. See, that's the thing, HQ. I can't let you get away. You try to get away with this all the time. It is an imperative question. It is imperative that people ask, what do you bring to the table, both financially and holistically?
I'm not talking about money. Money is a whole nother subject.
Okay, we don't have to talk about money.
I'm talking about mentally. What do people bring to the table? What do you bring?
What value do you bring to the relationship?
Valuable. Yes.
Okay. That's a question everyone needs to ask.
Everyone needs to ask that. When it comes to money, not everybody needs to go into
Everyone needs to ask that too.
Yeah, but they don't make enough money for it to be issued.
You keep saying that. You keep saying you're not talking about the money. And you bring it right back to the money. HQ, this is your show, but this is a rabbit hole. You said you weren't talking about the money, and then you turn right back around and go right back to the money. What are we doing?
Okay, mentally, what are we talking about? Bringing to table. My argument is we both bring things to the table. They cannot be diminished
You know, you both should bring things to the table.
Well, I guess she just want to use the pseudo things that women try to bring. Bring him
I don't know
peas.
what a woman brings. What is valuable? What's valuable to the man? Does she bring what he
Not much.
values? I don't know.
The list
I'm
is
not going
short.
to cook 5 days. I'm not going to cook 7 days a week.
The list is short.
See, but I'm saying the same thing. I'm saying we have equal value. We bring equal value to the table. I think we bring equal value because there's certain things that you get, and we try to get in. We got into the argument of what do you bring? He said, "Well, we bring security. We bring all of those things. Yeah, I can buy that. Just like you can buy somebody who can cook and clean. I can buy somebody. I can buy security. I can
Yeah, but you can't afford it. You can't afford it.
You don't know that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you're not rich.
No, you don't know that. That's what I'm saying. You don't know what I bring to the table. And we don't talk money. No, you're talking about something. I'm talking about something that's intangible. What do you bring
I know.
that's tangible?
That's pseudo. I get you. That's where the women arena will be in. That's their ballpark. They bring pseudo things.
Okay.
You keep putting it right on money every time you take the intangible and say it can be purchased. That's you putting it right back on the money. We can keep it off the money.
We went past that. We went past that. I'm saying the intangible thing. I'm saying
all right. So
bring intangible things to the table.
So you can't buy security.
Huh?
You can't buy security.
Yeah, she meant emotional security. That's intangible.
Yes, that's intangible. Yes.
That's what I'm saying. You cannot buy that.
Yes, and I bring emotional security.
No, you don't. Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, you don't.
No.
So what's
the
what's the intangible things that men bring to the table?
Women bring emotional chaos and uncertainty.
What do the men bring that's intangible to the table?
Well, Crimson Cure solved this.
You said what?
Emotional security and emotional certainty. We've gone down this path before.
I want to go. I can cite the Crimson Cure. She says we provide what's it called, clairvoyance or foresight. Most men have.
That's one thing that women do provide. Yes, not clairvoyance or foresight, but yeah, they provide perspective. What is the word?
Intellectual value.
It's like almost like an intuition. Yeah,
that's what I was saying. She said the men. I was saying Crimson that say it. She had a site that we have these 4 P's. I can't remember off the top of my head. I know one of them was foresight or provision would be money in a sense, but provision is also like another sense of like emotional. What's wrong with you, babe? How you feel today? Did you drink water? I think that's the thing that we tend to do as the men. It's not involving money.
Yeah, women do not bring emotional anything.
No, because I'm not paying all your bills too.
I think they bring the emotional roller coaster. In my mind,
what do you mean women don't bring an emotional? According to y'all, we're all everything.
No.
So we don't bring anything
of value. Anything of value. HQ.
Anything of value. We don't bring anything emotional.
No, you said like the pseudo things. We're trying to list intangible things. Like, what's the intangible thing that we need you to bring to the table that we can we need you for this.
I'm saying we can always come up with reasons why we don't need each other.
I'm looking for the ones we do.
I'm saying yes. I'm saying we do need each other. I'm saying we can all list why I would not need a man on any level, or a woman would not need a man on any level.
Okay, let's take the opposite route.
And you can come up with why a man wouldn't need a woman on any level.
Okay, let's take the opposite route and see if we can figure this conundrum out for a second here. So I'm trying to think of it in the sense about what is it when I'm around a female, what she likes, I've heard a muse. Yeah, I can feel the sense of a muse having a muse essence to her. And inspire you to sort of do things and create stuff. That's one aspect. We know not all females come with that intent or wanting you to do that. Like, for example, most of the time, if a chick already did that for a dude already, that bridge is burned. She's not doing it for this guy. I already did that. And I'm not going to be used. So it's like, is she wanting to do that willingly? Maybe. Will she bring that to the table? You don't know.
But that's the thing.
I just don't see the difference between. I'm one of those people. I don't see the difference between what a man brings and what a woman brings.
They're vastly different. There's a stark difference.
I mean, I don't see the difference. You say
I
there's
said, a woman being a muse, a woman being inspirational, a woman triggering my hero complex is not only vastly important, but it's hugely intangible
Mhm.
and something that will make or break a lot of what we have gone on together as a couple. A lot of men that are aware of their purpose and they're working towards their purpose and striving towards their visions actually end up meeting their timeline because the woman that they've selected and put in their life was able to support them in ways where she prevented backsliding. She prevented discouragement, right? Because a man's going to face obstacles. A man's going to face deterrences in his life. He's going to face resistance. He's going to face battles that are 90 degrees. So with her in his life, she flattens all of that out. She levels that out. She takes the speed bumps and turns them into smooth road. And he gets to hauling ass on that road like the wind.
So
That's
you
what
think, so you think a woman brings that much the same value as that man does?
No, because with no direction and no momentum, no velocity, there's no purpose in a smooth road.
So what's the most important thing that a woman brings to the relationship?
The ability to procreate.
So that's her only duty.
That's not the question you asked.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's her most important trait.
That's the question you asked.
So that's her most important trait. So
yes.
Bring other traits.
Should she? Yes.
No, does she?
Does she? My wife does. You can take it to the bank.
But I mean, here's the thing: not all people have babies. So, what does a person who can't have babies bring to the table if they get?
The vast majority of folks have babies, so we're not talking.
Hold on, see why? See, she go to the extreme. That's a minority. Even Kevin used to say this.
Those minors.
I'm trying to get you down to the basic of. Of course, that's our most valuable asset.
Yeah.
What percent of people don't have children?
I don't know. Maybe 3%.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So why even? What are we? Well, come on.
No, I'm asking you. You come up here.
Well, wait, no, look, HQ. I'm gonna be fair. You're asking, but then you're gonna shift it again. Like he'll reply, but you're gonna shift it.
You came up here.
I know she does it.
Pro. You came up here just like Ty Pro, except you were more calmer. You were more reasoned with your approach. You came up here to diminish what women do and what women bring to the table.
Who did that?
You did that, and I'm asking.
No. Let me correct you. That's not what I came up here to do. You said I came up here to diminish what women bring to the table.
All I hear from you men is she don't bring as much as I do to the table. That's all I hear. I don't hear what you bring. I hear what you're saying we don't bring.
The purpose of me coming up here was not to diminish what women bring to the table, but you said it is.
I'm saying that's what it sounds like.
See, that's what it sounds like. See, any kind of pushback, it sounds like that's what you're doing. That's not the case.
Okay, so that's not what you're doing. That's not.
No. You could ask.
Answer the question again. I asked, what do the women bring to the table besides having a baby? Because we all. That's
how she moved it over there. How about asking us what we're trying? What are we trying to do here? You see,
I'm asking you because you had a big old explanation about what men can bring. What is it that women can bring? We all understand the baby factor.
I didn't have a big old exclamation about what men can bring. When did you see or hear that?
You had that to the ready. I'm saying, what do you have to the ready that women bring to the table that has equal value than what you expressed?
The ability to procreate.
That's not what I'm saying. She got to bring more than just the ability to procreate.
I agree.
I mean, there's other things that she has to bring that she should be willing to bring.
I agree, but that's not what you asked.
But you know what I meant.
No, I'm not going to assume.
Oh, wow.
You got to effectively communicate.
What do you mean? Okay. So how do we bridge this gap? Because our argument is always that we don't bring as much as men bring to the table. I am positing that we both bring valuable things to the relationship. We just
Correct.
do, because we're we're two of a species. It's just us. It's just me and you. And I can bring different things. You bring different things. There's a softness to me that you probably never will have. There's a reasonableness and intuition that you may never have. It's an instinct in me
Correct.
that to do X, Y, and Z that you may never have. To procreate, okay, we can put that on the table. Okay, X, Y, and Z. So I'm saying we have different things that we bring to the table. They're of equal and more valuable here or there, but they still have value. So you can't diminish and say a man, you don't want a man, or a man is not valuable. I hate when I hear women say that. That's not true. Men are very valuable on this planet. We need men on this planet. We need these men on the planet. Okay, so stop saying that. Women over here, and I hate when men say women are not needed. Women are needed primarily for the softening of this culture, for the softening of this. She always has to be a safe place for a man to land. He don't want to land on no hard leg, so she's got to be that person that he needs to lean into.
Oh, that's procreation. See, hard leg. When you start talking like that.
Well, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, no, because if you want to talk about emotionally, a woman is not a safe place to land.
Yeah, well, it depends on the woman.
It depends on the woman, sure.
But it's the bulk of the. I'm not going to talk about the minority. I'm talking about the majority.
The bulk of the women are not safe places to land for a man emotionally, emotional in turmoil.
And see, that's what I think.
And that's true. I even got 5 sisters. You can't confide in none of them about nothing. Or my mom.
Nothing.
Somebody can give me $1,000 today, and they can come back a year later, and that $1,000 will be there. That's how dependent.
That's not emotional turmoil.
That's trustworthy with money. That's finances.
Hey, and finances, secrets, it don't matter.
You see, you can't even differentiate United States currency from emotional. This is crazy.
This is that conversation that we did not want to be in. Look at what Kevin Samuels did, but it's a beautiful discussion. Our discussion was a rich man requires different things.
Oh, we're back at the money?
No. Well, we back at that particular what a rich man requires as opposed to a average man requires. A rich man requires something different than just cooking and cleaning. There's other things that he has to do, more important priorities on his plate besides who cooks his meals. As long as he has his meals, that's the most important thing for a person that is rich, or they don't have time to sit down. And I posit he don't have time to sit down every day and have dinner with his family because he works so many hours. So
okay.
Right?
So okay, HQ, let me try this. I'm gonna try this on for size. I don't want to argue. We don't want this to escalate, right? You promise you're not gonna do that?
I ain't gonna do that.
Okay. I voted for Trump, right? And you tend to have these little segments you have. Mm-hmm. But now Trump here has made plenty of business decisions and business deals, and some of them have flopped, some of them have done good, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. But you see Melania Trump, the kind of woman she is, he's the kind of woman to have faith in whatever he decided to do. She's not going to be sitting here, get upset and tell him not to do it. She has faith in him. That's the kind of woman you marry, no matter what the public says and how they act. She's not sitting here trying to wake up and be like, I want a divorce, or try to like go behind your back and cheat on you. She stick through him and what he decides to do.
Whoa. Out of all the people on the planet, when you could have took...
Hold on, just stick with the point. Don't run away with it. You see the kind of woman, how she is, how she conducts herself? Regardless, she gonna stick by him and what he decided to do.
Let me just say this one thing. Just one thing. The type of woman that he picked shows you what type of man he is. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep going.
Regardless, she shows the characters of like what we will look for a woman that's gonna be when they go up, when they go down, when
no. Hell no. You look for a woman like Savannah married to LeBron James.
That's completely fine.
You
But
look for women like that. You
the
don't look
attitude,
for her.
the attitude, the behavior, demeanor still the same. They know when to speak and not to speak. They stick by your side about whatever you're going through. LeBron's quiet about the whole situation with Diddy. She didn't say nothing, and there's a bunch of stuff. They just stayed out the limelight in some
In a
situations.
whole different category from each other.
No, it's the female. Still, what you'll look for them is for her to carry and conduct herself that way.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Still, the quality is still there.
Yes. 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 And you brought that up to say what?
You say what we want. I say that's what it is. That they're the examples I can give you on how they like carry themselves with a man, regardless. The woman has a certain loyalty or faith in the man and what he's going to do. Whether you have millions or lose billions, that's how they
What
operate.
about JD Vance's wife? Totally different person. Totally. She I like the way she conducts herself. Totally different.
I think I'm in support of JD, and but his wife not so much in the limelight like that. So
that's my point exactly. And we don't know anything about her past. And we don't know that she used to be an X, Y, and Z person like we know the first lady was.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a pick because she looked good pick. That wasn't a pick because she can represent my brand well. That's not that kind of pick.
I got you, but now you've been given the examples what we would sort of like align with, regardless of like where we are financially. That's what you would want in the woman.
I said what a type of man he is, that woman. It doesn't surprise me that he picked that type of woman. For the man that he is.
But we still would pick it. Most men would go for that. That's what I'm saying. That's like a majority.
No, you wouldn't. Most men wouldn't.
Yes, it would.
Because most women are like JD Vance's wife. Most women are like Biden's wife. Most women are like them. It's very rare that they're like Melania.
You're right, but that's the one we're looking for, and we'll go for it. But that's how most of them are. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how they are. Most of them to the world, but that's not how they are to their husbands. To their husbands, they're still like Melania.
Who you say what?
To their husbands, they're still like Melania. They may be powerful and all this to the world out there, moving and shaking, but to their husbands, they're still the muses they need to be. Because look at what their husbands are doing. They get behind her. Even the one woman I wouldn't marry if she came and asked me herself, Michelle Obama, got behind her husband and he became the first black president of the United States twice in a row. Right. And she's a juggernaut in the world, but she still got behind his ass and was his muse enough to get that. I mean, she didn't have a gun to his head. I mean, she kind of changed this.
But you don't think she was a good
I said I wouldn't marry her.
You wouldn't?
No.
Okay. All right. Most people find her masculine, so
I'm leaving it right there. I wouldn't marry her.
Right. She needs a different. She's an alpha female with a person.
I don't know what that is, but yeah,
she's an alpha female who needed to. He knew who he was picking. He knew that there was a strong female that was standing behind him, and that's all I'm going to say.
Maybe. But the point I'm making is
beta. Well, I want to say beta. God.
Yeah, I know. Rabbit hole. I know. So, but the point I was making, no matter if the man is a billionaire, a millionaire, or not,
right?
A man should really seek these same traits in his woman, and here's why.
Mm-hmm.
The greater she has of these traits, the more of an asset to him she'll be if and when he does become a millionaire or a billionaire. Right. So why not pursue the millionaire's wife to begin with?
Okay.
Because when you get on down the road and you get there and you don't have the millionaire's wife, what are you doing? You're short now.
Right.
So all of these things that you're saying that these rich men want in a woman that's different, No, they're no different. An average earner wants these same things in women.
No, I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
and an average earner should get these things in women.
That's not what I'm saying. A rich man, an average earner, and a rich man should look for a woman who has decency, integrity, all of those things. I'm saying.
No, I didn't say any of those.
But I'm saying that. I'm saying he should look for that kind of woman.
You see how she changes it up?
Everybody want a decent, honorable woman to marry.
I didn't say. Look, I didn't say that you shouldn't. I'm saying no. Not this. You're changing it. I'm watching you. Come on, HQ. It's me.
I'm not changing anything. I said.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I just said a rich man, the first thing he doesn't look for is a woman who can cook and clean when he's looking for a wife. He's looking for a companion.
But it is.
Yeah, she can cook and clean. She should be able to cook and clean. But if she says I can't cook and clean, he ain't finna dismiss her if she has all the other actions.
Yeah, he will.
I meet him all the time, and that's not. It's not their requirement. That's not what they look for.
Met one when. Let me be. Trust me when I'm telling you. I don't want to. Just take. Usually, just take my word for this one, okay? Yeah. Just this one.
Okay, she took his word. Now let's finish the video.
Okay.
No, I'm not finishing the video. We ain't even started the video.
Oh no.
We had already went through a video. We've been here 3 hours. I can't be here 3 hours. What you mean? Give me your final thoughts. Out the door, y'all. Final thought. I gotta cook dinner. Woo-wee. I gotta cook me something to eat.
I don't have to have any final thoughts. So I'll pass it over to him.
Okay.
What are you cooking for dinner?
I'm cooking smothered potatoes with steak meat under cheese and a mixture of onions, garlic powder. I'm just whipping something up that I saw on the internet and see if it tastes good with some garlic bread. A little bit of garlic bread, see how it tastes. I'm experimenting in little cook plates. Yesterday I made shepherd's pie. I'm gonna make something else today. Yeah. See what I can cook.
Okay.
Yes, because I'm loving the cooking now. I'm loving the cooking in small portions. But somebody stole it out of my refrigerator yesterday. One of the kids. I was going to eat that for dinner, but they stole the rest of it. So now I got to make something else.
Make it again, but this time make a half a batch and put laxative in it so it can catch the one who did it.
No, they don't live with me, so I wouldn't be able to catch them anyway. But it's okay. It's okay. I got to make something good. I'm going to make some good because I got to learn that I have to make something between 6. I got to make something between 6 and 8. Otherwise, I'm going to be starving all night long. But anyway, thank y'all for coming up. Thank y'all for coming. We're going to have another Kevin Samuels video. We're going to see how it goes. Yes, I always reword things because I cannot remember the way the words were the first time they came out. So I got to remember them the way they jumble up in my head. It is what it is. I don't care. I just got to remember the way I can remember it. But that video was about a woman who was 50K and she was asking for a man that was 500K. And I was right there with Kevin that said she was delusional because she had none of the components that a 500K man would be looking for other than her looks. And a lot of women believe the looks is the only thing that you need in order to get a man that makes money like that. And we're here to disillusion. We're here to make sure that they're not under the delusion that is the case. Otherwise, we're going to have Fat Shirley. Fat Shirley, I found that name the other day on the Kevin Samuels.
Oh, Big Shirley? Yeah, Big Shirley.
Yeah, Big Shirley. I'm sorry, not Fat Shirley, Big Shirley.
Yeah, Big Shirley, yeah.
I was like, what the hell who is Big Shirley? I was like, what? What is that?
So, I'm out. I'll see y'all later.
So we going to definitely watch some more videos. I'm going to have some more Kevin Samuels videos because I heard that cat. I heard that Fat Shirley, and I just fell out laughing. I was like, "Oh hell no! I got to find these videos." So thank you for coming up, Osmo God. Thank you very much.
Yes.
We'll have another video. One of them late night videos. You never know, but please stay tuned. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button if you can. However y'all need to do it, please, and thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you, Osmos. Thank you very much. Thank y'all. And we out of here for the day. Thank you.